Live.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh, then you put a little pot in the
So
bottom.
we've got
Hi, everyone. Sorry.
Hey, Michael.
Just.
Hey, Craig.
I won't say what I was going to say.
Hey, DJ.
I've lost the controller. There. Phil, you've gone really slow again.
Hope you are all wonderful.
This might actually be a Leah takes over Phil's stream.
It may well be. It may well be.
What are we going to do with it? Babe.
Laptop issues.
We need to get to the roof.
Yeah, I've got that sorted.
Oh. We've got 2 left.
I haven't.
You flaming have. I've only found 2.
There's more than that in there. There's more than that this morning.
Oh, I see one.
There's 1, 2, 2 there. 1, 2.
I don't know what's going on, everyone. I'm sorry. Phil has very bad signal this evening. Putting this on now. Are you going to put this in there? Let's take the little bits of bramble out then, because I don't want to...
No, just leave them in there for extra bracing, because...
Yeah, but babe, the bramble hurts and it gets all tangled together, so we'll put one in.
Yeah.
The rest of the oak. Oh, I'm on my own. Ow!
You okay?
No, you didn't. You just let go. I didn't hold it yet. That hurt. Ow.
Maybe we should do this tomorrow.
No, I'm doing it now. Right. That really hurt. Ow. I hate bramble. Does anybody else hate bramble? I don't know who's in the chat. Hang on. Let's have a check. Hey. Oh. I've got a thorn in me. That hurt. Hey, DJ. Hey, the Live the Real World. Hey, Michael. Hey, Greg. Hey, Diana. And hey, Kale. Looks. DJ. Hello. DJ, how did you get in? Oh, you aren't. Phil's put up his video and then he took it off again. I thought it was DJ. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm very confused. So you're going to put the green beans in there. You're going to put the Eurocanthus in there as well.
I'd be sticky.
I know you can literally get in there. We have a stick insect enclosure that's so big, Terry can literally get into it. Hold it up in the mirror.
And if Matt's in the chat and he says anything about me being short,
go back a bit.
Kick his ass.
Walk backwards. They'll be able to see it in the mirror. Keep going. Keep going. Lift it up. See? So big Terry can get in it. There's nothing else in here, is there? Okay, can we move that over there then for a minute? Right, so we need to get a big tray for the bottom.
How many did you just take out of there now?
Well, this is upside down.
Yeah. How many did you just take out?
4. There might be one on here, maybe. I don't know.
You know this enclosure? You know this one? Use this for black TVs.
That was no. I'm putting the black beauties in the smaller round one, this one, but you need to clean it out properly. Sorry. Sorry? Yeah, that was the plan.
Right,
Damon
let me
Mendes.
try this way.
Oh, wow, I see you. Phil, you're moving.
Does this work?
Yes, you're looking not at us, though.
I've got on multiple screens at the moment. Trying to get this to work. I don't know what the hell's going on with my computer.
Maybe there's an update on something going on in the background.
I have no idea, but my computer doesn't seem to want to work. So I've now got it on my phone as well as controlling it on my laptop. So this may be
technology.
This may be odd.
Oh, need to give this a spray in.
We will get through it. So, yeah, well, I'll let everyone that's joined me having technical issues. You have to let me know if this doesn't work or anything, because it seems very laggy on my laptop, but absolutely fine on my phone. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there.
Oh, I will tell him, Michael. And secondly, yeah, DJ, probably that's what's happening. DJ said you're downloading Rib movies.
I ain't downloading nothing. Literally, I'm uploading a video on my phone. But, my writing video is being uploaded as we speak on my phone. But it seems that the phone's working better than my laptop at the moment, which is really, really odd.
Right, that.
Hey again, everyone. Everyone that's joined. Hey, Dan. Hey, Jeremy. Hey, Durgeon. Hey, Harry. Hey, Kale. Hey, Michael. Hey, Mark. Hey, Craig. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone.
Sorry about this a minute. This is what you just did last night, isn't it? Yeah. Me looking for bloody roaches in there.
As you can see, we are joined by the wonderful Leah.
I'm sorry, I'm rehousing stick insects. No, stop with that one.
We'll discuss what she said after 9 or what she said she was going to be doing. Hey,
yes. I swear, it wasn't what I meant. No, what I was thinking was, I'm not going to do it tonight, but I've got to clean that communal out tomorrow. Yeah. So if I use the substrate out of the communal, because if there's any roaches in it, they'll be stuck in there and I just come out when I find them. Okay. And then that way, then we're still using the same substrate, because it doesn't matter, they're not using the substrate for nutrients, it's just for the animals. Sorry. All the stuff. The bramble. Yes, out by there. Sorry. We're trying to get these stick insects all rehoused, because some of them are a bit cramped. Otherwise, we would have left it till tomorrow. Can't show you them though, unfortunately.
Jim's just basically a chat with Leah, maybe Terry in the background as well.
Oh, come on in a bit, Phil. I just want to have a shower.
Oh, we might get to see Terry in the shower. There's a treat for everyone.
Terry's only just finished work.
Don't let go.
He started at 8.
Yeah, Terry went back into work to go do some clean down. He was meant to be in there till 9. And when he got there wasn't anything for him to do, so he's a bit upset.
Yeah.
I'm not getting there.
Still get paid.
I mean, at least you get paid. That's the main thing.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're yes. Where did you put them? Not them. Where did you put the tub with all the little ones in? Phil, do you think the caricata might be okay going in with the green bean sticks?
They need different conditions to each other.
Sorry?
They need different conditions to each other.
Oh, do they? Yeah. I can't bloody remember all these things. I've got to figure it all out in a minute.
Hey, Chaz. Okay, well, yeah, for everyone who has joined, I'm sure hopefully all of you know who Leah is, and which does. But for anyone who doesn't, Leah, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Leah. I'm a home zoo owner kind of thing. I like to have lots of animals in the house. Gives me joy. Go in there. So, and I also have a craft business, making things out of my pets that pass away. So yeah, I've a lot of things going on at the minute. I also do children's entertainment with my animals too. So I'm a bit what's known as a busy bee. I also have gutter moss.
The Guttermoss, you'll love a bit of Guttermoss.
Want to know who Terry is? Terry is a pain in the ass.
Hey, Robbie. Hey, Annie.
I'll show you one of my new additions. Sneak peek because the video is coming out. Okay, she's trying to kill me. Stop trying to kill me.
Very nice. Diaphragms gigantea.
Yep. Where are you going? Oh, she's turning around. She wants to go that way. Okay. Yeah, so we have the green bean stick insects now. We've had them before, but we've only ever had baby ones, and then we never managed to. We only had them once before, but we never managed to get them to grow. I think we had the wrong setup. Terry got them, and I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm kind of just winging it right now. So
Yeah, I found with those guys, especially when they're young, eucalyptus and really good airflow is key.
okay, that's good because mesh enclosure.
Yep.
The largest mesh enclosure I've ever seen in my life, but it's a mesh enclosure.
Thank you, Mark. So,
Yeah,
do they need a lot of humidity or not much?
not a huge amount. Although they come from, I think they come from Grenada oil. I think they're Grenadan.
well, there's like 50% in this room anyway, so.
Sort of thing. But in that, yeah, they don't like a huge amount. But it's that, yeah, airflow seems to be sort of key for them, and yeah, eucalyptus.
Okay. So what's different about the Eurocantha to them then?
Eurocantha, I find, prefer it that slightly more humid. So
Okay.
also, I do find Eurocantha, you put them in with another 6 eggs, they tend to kill them.
Okay, so what about jungle nymphs? Would they be alright with the green beans?
No, jungle nymphs like it more humid.
Thought so. Right, they can go then. We need more then because that's empty. It looks empty because there's only 2 green stick insects in it, but they.
I found them. They do them on eBay.
Yeah, well, where's my other ones, my little ones? Because the Eurocantha are not really babies anyway.
Oh,
They're the green mesh enclosures. I've got.
oh yeah, the green station.
Oh, there you go. So.
Oh, well.
Oh no way. Jim, I love them. I've got 3 of the medium size, or 3 or 4 of the medium size, and I've got the massive one, which I actually managed to get off Mark Spider Guy from Peter Webster. Peter Webster's been an absolute star helping us out. So, oh, there was one underneath my desk at the back against the radiator. I know that. There you go. Enjoyment from making roaches kiss. Yes, Chaz, it's fun. It's mean, but it's fun.
The more you do it, they stop hissing after a while.
They get used to you handling them and they just put up with it.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm not going to say they like it because they still should run away.
100 to 1,000 hissing cockroaches I've got at work, pretty much none of them hiss.
Yeah. All the ones I take to shows don't hiss anymore.
The Jarvan ones do. Jarvan hiss.
Yeah, but that's because we don't handle them as much, Terry.
That's true. Well, they do hiss.
Yeah, but
it's sort of defensive. They'll hiss at each other, but yeah, when you touch them, they do stop hissing after a while.
Yeah. Terry, I need a slightly deeper box. box for this one. Is that one empty up there? That flat?
So,
Yeah.
You. Anyway, so well, how did it all start then? That we've getting into the world of keeping reptiles, amphibians, invertebrates, and the like.
I missed the first bit of that question.
How did it all start?
When I was, oh God, I don't even know. From when I was little, my granddad used to come home and used to bring me and my sister out into the woods. We'd go making like bow and arrows out of wood, and like he'd make us swords out of wood. It was my cousins as well, James and Jake, and we always spent a lot of time with my granddad, so we'd be out in the garden with him and things like that. So we were always out in dirt and playing and, you know, really enjoying the outdoors. And like obviously my granddad would find things and like go, oh, here we go, look at this, and then he'd show us. So a lot it started kind of with frogs, because obviously frogs are quite cute, and he used to bring them in, and my nan would go, Leah, no, David, get that out of here. David, get that out of here, and go mad at him. And yeah, that's more than that. Oh shit. Sorry, language. That's all I but yeah, we would sort of like just enjoy. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. There's some of these trays somewhere. There is, I bought 2. Sorry, we have so many things in this living room. Yeah, so like he would always give us like frogs, slow worms, the odd bird that would fly into his greenhouse. He'd come and show us because he had to get it out of there. Like things like that. And then over time he started to bring us scarier stuff, like what I would have said scarier stuff. Like he bought I remember the first time he ever brought a grub in from, I think it was a cockchafer beetle, and it was huge, and he brought it in, and it really freaked me and my sister out, but I sort of found it kind of fascinating the way it kind of moved around and stuff. And after that then I started to get really into bugs and stuff, and I went to Technoquest, which is in Cardiff. It's like a science museum, really, really good. It's like an interactive science museum, and in there they had leaf cutter ants. And I went in there and everybody else was playing and all the things, and I was sat watching the leaf cutter ants for over an hour, just enjoying watching them going backwards and forwards. And yeah, I've been obsessed with any kind of animal since. So, not just bugs.
That's awesome. And yeah, they're always almost similar to myself a little bit. But yeah, totally on board with being able to watch leaf cutter ants for hours on end or whatever. Absolutely fascinating things. So,
Yeah.
and also, were you keeping sort of animals from a young age as well, then, or just the fascination side at a young age?
I always, so when I was little, about 5 or 6, sorry, jungle nymph's trying to kill me. My nan and granddad lived across the road from us, and we ended up getting a cat, which a few months later my mum decided to move, so we had to leave the cat with my nan and granddad. We didn't have any dogs or anything, so it was just the cat. And I loved my cat to pieces. And then when we moved to a farm. My stepdad, he had horses, sheep, all that kind of stuff. I was a bit frightened of the horses. I'm still a little bit frightened of horses. Like I say, I'm frightened of them. I'm frightened of what they can do because they're very, very powerful animals. I'm not necessarily frightened of them. Like I can walk up to one and stroke it and stuff from behind a fence. I just don't want to be in open with it, because if it kicks you, you're in trouble. So yeah, it was kind of a bit of a love-hate relationship with the horse. I did love them, but I was also terrified. So, but we had, I think, 3 horses. We had Bruno, and Frank, and then we had Epney, which was their mum. They were my stepsisters. We had Shetland Pony, which was called Spike. He used to bite, so we weren't allowed to touch him. He wasn't very friendly. Yeah, and then we had sheep, which weren't ours. They were one of our neighbours. They rented the field off us, but we were sort of like in care of them. And then we had farm cats, and I ended up with like, I think we had 15 cats at one point on the farm. But they were really friendly. Like they started out as just stray cats, but obviously over time they got used to us and we used to stroke them and play with them and stuff. We had dogs and yeah, all that kind of stuff. But my favourite was the chickens. My mum and dad used to put me in charge of the chickens, so I'd go up every day and check for eggs, get the eggs from the chickens. We had over 100 chickens. Get all the eggs out of the pens, let them out for the day. They all went into their own pens at night. It was brilliant. They were so clever. Like, it's weird because you let them out and when you go back at night they're all in the cracked pens. It's really odd. But we used to have like loads of chickens and eggs. So yeah, I've always been obsessed. I've been obsessed with animals since I was really young, and like kind of researching about them as well. Like I quite like to trial and error stuff, see if it works, if it doesn't work, things like that. Learn more about the animals.
Absolutely.
Also, animals love you either unconditionally or hate you for no reason.
So they, yeah, but yeah, no, that's fantastic. So yeah, you had all those around. But when did exotics sort of come into play?
I always wanted anything pet-wise. Like, I loved all animals. Tigers were my favourite animal for a very, very long time till I met the rhino iguana, and now I want one so bad. They are amazing. But yeah, I just sort of, when I got with Terry, I always wanted a snake or a lizard or something, and I never could have one. Mum and Dad wouldn't let me. When I moved here to be with Terry, I had
ferrets.
Yeah, I have ferrets, but that's not what I was talking about. I wanted a pet for Alexa. She was about 1.5, and she didn't know what she wanted because she didn't really know much about animals, but she liked animals. She was really talkative, by the way, from a very young age. She said hi at 6 months. So she wanted a pet, and I couldn't. I was living with my nan at the time, so I couldn't get her like a dog or a cat or anything like that. My nan wouldn't have had that. So I went out and I got her stick insects, and she adored it. I've got photos of her, and she's just there grinning from ear to ear, just letting it walk up and down her arm. She's just having the time of her life with it, like. And we had them for, oh God, over a year. They fully grew, and we had eggs off them, and then we put the eggs in a bug tub, not a bug tub, sorry, an egg crate, and put them inside a critter keeper, not realizing actually how small they were when they hatched. But anyway, put them inside the critter keeper and put them on the shelf, and we were waiting and waiting. We spray them every now and again, you know, all that stuff, waiting for them to hatch, and nothing happened. 6 months later, there was nothing. And we were like, this is ridiculous. And I went, you know what, I don't think they're going to hatch. So my nan was coming round, and she was moaning something about my house being a mess or something, I can't remember, but I was like, oh right, okay. So I started moving stuff around. I put the stick insects inside this cupboard, like it was like Alexa's toy cupboard. So I just put them in there. I said the eggs can go in there for now, they'll be fine in there, I'll get them out later. Completely forgot about them, because that's me, I forget about everything I do. Anyway, I went in there a couple of days later to go open the door to like get Alexa out one of her toys, and as I opened the door, the entire door and wall was covered in baby stick insects. I'd kept like over 100 eggs, and they'd all started to hatch, and they were everywhere. So me and Terry were there to pick up all these stick insects. It was absolutely crazy, but they were pretty entertaining. And we ended up with so many, we ended up having to sell quite a lot of them. And then when we moved, we had to sell all of the rest of them. So the pet shop luckily had them off us, the ones that sold stick insects. So.
Yeah, that sounds like a familiar story for anyone who's ever kept stick insects.
Yeah.
Or anyone who's got a friend who keeps stick insects, and they give him about 100 and lets them free roam his house.
He's still sore about that.
Still with it. There's still more you can have if you want, Terry.
Yes, I do want some more.
Right, I'm putting these in
Yeah, I
here
think
now. I
everyone
will separate them.
who's ever had insects literally been in that situation of having them and not realising how small some of them are when they hatch out, and just go straight out of the ventilation out top of those containers, and got insects all over the walls, over the curtains, whatever, and stuff. Or even that thing of not realising sometimes how long sometimes they can take to hatch out.
Yes.
Sort of thing. And
it was my first experience as well with stick insects. I'd never had any before, but I was obsessed with anything like I said, bug related. Even when I was little, I used to find snails in the garden, and I keep them, put a little tiny bit of nail varnish on their shell, so each one had a name, so I could tell them apart. And I'd keep them in a big tank and feed them and stuff. And I had them in the shed. And I loved my snails. I used to write in a little notebook all about them and like what they were doing and when they ate and when they pooped. And I'd have everything written down in this little notebook. And I think my mum thought it was a bit crazy. Maybe a bit special.
You sound like Annie with a snake.
Yeah.
But that's cool though. So yeah, so you started getting stick insects and stuff. Nowadays you have a whole variety of various animals. Stuff across the invert world, reptile world, and not just those either, but you got some feathered friends as well, and all sorts.
Well, I don't have feather friends anymore.
Oh, you don't anymore?
They died.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise that.
I don't know what happened either. We wondered whether or not it might have been something they caught outside or something, because they were outside and they all started to drop off one by one. They were all perfectly healthy. Before that, we never had any issues. Either that or something scared them all.
Yeah.
So
No.
I was well gutted. Like, I cried a lot. So
this one done with, darling?
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
We'll move on.
I've got furry friends.
Got furry friends?
Not fairy friends. I've got furry friends. I've got 5 cats. I have 2 dogs. I have 2 rats. I have a gerbil who is 5 years old. How he is still alive, I have no idea.
Impressive.
Yes. And he's still going. And he bit me on the lip the other day. I was like, thanks for that, love. I was giving him kisses. He wasn't very happy with me.
One more enclosure left.
What kind?
One of those, some type of print.
No, what I need is the Taylor's Whip Scorpion one. Sorry. No, I'm not feeding my rats to the snakes.
Rats are amazing animals, and a lot of people keep pet rats. Pet rats are really intelligent.
Rats are extremely intelligent animals and very, very sweet. Like, yeah, I do feed my snakes rats. Obviously, I have to feed my snakes. But, however,
and baby pigs.
And baby pigs, yeah. But, however, I wouldn't feed live rats to a snake, and not just for the rat's sake, but also for the sake of the snake as well, because if it went wrong, it can go very, very wrong. So that's one of my things about it. I will not. I need a cork round. Yeah, we're gonna put the Taylor's Whip Scorpion in a round enclosure this time.
Nice.
Because it's only little. Gonna put a cork round in the middle, and then it can go around, and I'll make sure it's got a hole in it somewhere as well. I got a whole bag full of cork rounds.
Nice.
If there's none in that one, it's in one of the ones that are down the side, the big green net one, down the side of the viv, down by there. Yeah, so rats are very cool, Diana. They're very, very smart, very clever little animals. They've been trying to get a hierarchy with the pair of them. I'm kind of thinking about getting a third one. I think it might lessen the impact on the one from the other. I think they're usually probably better in a social group rather than a pair. So, but yeah, they're not fighting, but they have a little bit of a squabble every now and again, and there's a lot of squeaking. I think that might be a bit. No, I think that might be a bit too big. Yeah, I know, but we don't want it to go completely in there, and I can't get it out. Sorry. Lots of. Leah has lots of hiding places, it seems. What do you mean, Diana? That's perfect. Yeah, I just want to clean this cork back a little bit. There you go. I don't know how I'm going to hold it up, though.
Very in the
Yeah, it's not deep enough.
I can add some more.
I won't hold it up. There we go. Maybe if we could put 2 pieces of cork back either side.
Sorry, we got. Well, and then this year you started up doing sort of parties with the invertebrates and stuff, and displays with the invertebrates. All right, I'm saying invertebrates because obviously you don't do the reptiles yet.
No, not yet. We've been hired, however, to do birthday parties for children and stuff. And what was it like? It's like basically a monthly residency at a play area. So we've been hired for that, and they want us to start in January. So we're going to do a bug one for the first one, which will be in January, and we need to get our license in by February. So it's going to be a mad rush now to get it all done. But to be fair, if we do it in January, the actual license in itself, it means that it'll last for a whole year. Whereas if we do it today, it'll only last for a couple of weeks. We still have to pay for the same amount of money, which is a bit crazy. But yeah, we're really excited about doing it actually, and changing over into doing all that stuff, because it's something we've looked forward to doing for a while. We weren't sure whether to bother, but the residency is purely based on us doing that as well. So if we don't do it, they won't want us. So we kind of need to get the licensing involved. So it's really cool. Hey, Jackie. Oh, hey,
Jackie.
Russell.
Hey, Russell. Yeah, no, that's brilliant. I mean, like the license, it's not perfect. It's definitely better than what it was. It does depend on the inspector.
It's kind of a little bit
and how they interpret things.
Yeah, I think as well. I think they need to look into how they do it a little bit better, especially here.
Most councils do.
Yeah, I think it's something that they've kind of put in place because they've kind of had to, rather than because they wanted to, if that makes sense. But
it was something that basically a lot of people were asking for.
Right.
And so especially people doing displays and stuff. Because obviously you had just anyone and everyone who had animals doing it. But there was basically no credentials. The only kind of thing there was something that you just downloaded off the internet to say that you were licensed. And there wasn't really anything to, there was no inspection process or anything like that. There was nothing that obviously said that, the way you keep the animals is correct and stuff. The problem with it was that it was kind of rushed in because it kind of replaced pet shop license as well. And so suddenly there was all re-inspecting pet shops as well as everyone doing or wanting to do displays and parties or educational events or whatever with animals. So suddenly you had a lot of people inspecting, and for some reason they basically wouldn't allow a lot of vets to be inspectors.
Oh wow!
Which is really odd. Another a few exotics vets specialising in reptiles and stuff that put themselves forward to be like, we can help you with your inspections. Their zoo inspector, they're vets for zoo inspections, so they're like, we know what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And they were all told by their various councils, no, you're not allowed to do it because you've got a vested interest. And they're like, yeah, in animal welfare.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
So that's why it's just because it's just licensing authority.
Look how cute Scorpions.
My parents' inspector is just the health inspector for kitchens.
It's crazy, isn't it?
They inspect their enclosures. So you got your Taylor Swift Scorpion.
Yeah, I'm just thinking this might be a bit big for it, but it'll be okay.
It'll grow into it.
Yeah, it's got loads of space to grow. I just need to make sure it gets food. That's the only thing. I just have to check a little bit extra in for it to make sure it finds.
Amazing.
Okay, you have to go in. You can't live there. Oh, hey PPR. Hey Moon. Who else is?
Oh, hey Moon. Oh well, Jim.
Oh wow.
Yeah, things like that happen.
There you go, darling. There you go.
So,
oh my god, I'm never going to be able to see it. It completely blends in.
I've even heard a license inspector ask a place to produce their DWA license for their chili roast tarantula.
What?
Exactly. And then when the place went, there's no such, they're not on DWA. This inspector tried to argue them with it and then tried to fail them on their inspection. And they're like, there's no DWA needed for a chili roast tarantula.
Well, obviously there's no animal activities license for bugs here. I don't know if you said it was in England.
Inverts are exempt, but that doesn't stop some inspectors inspecting them.
Yeah, I don't mind if they come and inspect them, but
kind of thing,
no, when I went to go do a party over the Halloween weekend, and they wanted my animal activities license, and I was like, I haven't got one because I don't need one.
Yeah.
And she was like, what do you mean you don't need one? I said, well, bugs are exempt. They're classed as live food. And she's like, oh, you sure about that? I'll have to do my research and check. So she checked and she found out I was right. So I was like, yeah.
I mean, it's good that actually, they did check.
Do you know what? I'm actually amazed she knew about the animal activities license.
But I mean, that's something because a lot of people don't realise that there is such a thing.
Exactly.
So when even like having just their family friend come over with any kind of vertebrate animal to do a party, you need a license for that.
Exactly.
So,
it's quite funny that people don't seem to realise. Oh, the fish tank's all right. It's gone down again. My silver dollars are all asleep over the corner. Where's all my Tetris?
There you go. Yeah, Jim needs a license to sell aquatic snails, according to his inspector.
Wow.
Yeah, and my parents' inspector for the first inspection, then that didn't know how to come back for the second inspection. It lasted 3 years or something. But the first time was really concerned that they had tanks of cockroaches.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
And stuff you've got cockroaches out, and was can't pass you if you've got cockroaches. Sort of thing.
How come?
A kitchen inspector. So she's used to veiling people having cockroaches. And so that was her initial thing was if you got cockroaches, you can't have a license. And they're one, they're exempt from everything. Two, they're pet cockroaches that we use and stuff. And I had to teach her about the fact that cockroaches aren't pests and stuff. And that
that is mental.
Anything. Okay, she didn't know any of it. She just obviously came out with some teacher paper of this is how you do an inspection for this sort of thing. I knew nothing about it, kind of thing. I had to sort of teach the inspector kind of about the animals. that's why, yeah, it really comes down to the individual inspectors. And I know one person who was banned from having a license because and he didn't even deal with reptiles. He only sort of thing that he was I think it was like Birmingham Council or whatever, stopped him from doing like invert things and even like talking about wildlife to people who was like, no, you don't have an AL. It was all like, but I don't have reptiles.
Crazy.
I don't have any vertebrates. I don't deal with vertebrates. I deal with inverts.
Yeah, this is why we were kind of thinking we'll just stick to the inverts for a while till we sort of take off a little bit. But since we've had this thing, I have to kind of.
Oh, hey, Greg.
Michael. Tarantulas come from my butt. There you go.
So, but it's good that you're going for licensing, going to be doing vertebrates as well as the inverts in terms of things, which does open up to being more more things.
Oh yay, the flies have hatched. Yeah, I'm delighted that it's sort of going forward rather than backwards now, because yeah, we're doing better than we were. We're still not making a profit at the minute.
It can take a lot, take a while before that happens.
We need at least 2 a month to make a profit. At the minute, we're breaking even. We're getting about a party a month. So it's covering our costs, which is fine, because at the minute we're just sort of getting our name out there. But we've had, like, when we do a party, we always have 1 or 2 bookings from somebody at the party. So it always seems to work out quite well for us. Yeah, it's just kind of trying to figure it all out. But obviously with this other business doing the jewelry and stuff, using the resin and I'm trying to go into it. I don't want to do taxidermy exactly, but I want to try and do a little bit of taxidermy, just like scenery taxidermy rather than like in a frame, and just I want to make pieces for people that they're going to enjoy in their home. Obviously you'll enjoy the plain frames, but you know what I mean, just something a bit more life in it, so it looks like it's still alive, but you know. No, the license covers all animals. Easy to avoid dodgy inspect opinions. This is true.
It's very true, Jim.
No, there isn't.
Hey, Jason. It was great to meet you yesterday as well. No worries.
Yeah, this is why we're kind of moving into getting the reptile license anyway. So, we are, however, thinking about getting some mammals too at some point. Something a bit different.
Nice. Hey, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
That'd be amazing. And then, you have a business with Eddie in our Biden Crafts, doing all that sort of thing. I don't know if you've thought about it, if you do end up doing like baits and stuff, would you be looking at having, some of those bits, for sale alongside the display sort of thing?
Yeah, definitely. We've been doing that. We had a couple of fairs, like country fairs we did this year. And we did have a stall up for selling jewelry as well. The one we didn't really sell much because they put us in the wrong tent. We were supposed to be in the animal tent, which would have had a lot more interest. So there would have been a lot more people there because they're in there looking at the animals. Whereas we got put into the craft tent, which unless you're like looking for something, you don't generally go in a craft tent. So we got a bit, but they weren't very happy about it. We were actually, it was quite funny. Me and Terry were talking about it in the line of the supermarket, because we were this was like 2 days later. We were having a conversation and he was like, do you want to do it again? And I was like, I don't know, because we didn't it was a bit dead, like we didn't see anybody. And anybody who did come in freaked out and ran out because obviously they weren't expecting bugs in there. So it was a bit of a thing. But it actually turned out the lady who organised it was behind us in the queue, but she was in the animal tent. She didn't even know we'd arrived. She thought that we weren't there, we hadn't shown up. And it was good because she was never going to have us again because she thought we didn't show up. She didn't know we were there. So it was just, I think it was just the not enough communication with them that caused us to have issues. But we're going to try it again next year. She wants us back.
Yeah, and things like that happen. I remember doing a display agricultural fair with the Eastern Herological Society. As I'm doing a display of reptiles and inverts and stuff with them many years ago, and the organisers, in their wisdom, decided to put us in the same tent, separated just by basically a bit of a curtain, the same tent as the what they called fur and feathers, which is the rabbits, guinea pigs, and stuff. And there's three of us turning up with boas. There was a retic and all this, and we're like, hang on a minute.
Yeah, that's
food. What you
doing? That's a bit of a thing, isn't it?
We were like, are you sure you want us?
Very hungry.
This is not a good idea. And they're like, yeah, that's where you are. And I'm like, okay. And it was all like, the chairman and stuff. We all kind of agreed, right? The snakes do not come out and do not get handled. Because like we've got their food next door, sort of thing, and there's people going in there touching those animals that could then potentially come in and touch. Especially that is not going to go down well.
Yeah, no, definitely not. There's a couple of people who do what we do, who do bring rodents and stuff, and they bring snakes to birthday parties, and I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. We've already discussed this, me and Terry. If we're bringing a snake to a party, and we either won't be bringing rodents, or we'll be bringing a very small snake, and it'll be like they'll be kept separately, like, so the one will stay in the van, probably the rodent, and then that'll come in after, and the snake will get handled first. So, but it depends. We got to try and figure it out. We've got to look at the logistics of it, because we don't want any accidents. I would never forgive myself if we did a party and a child got bit, or an adult even, and then they had a fear of an animal, which is the whole reason I like doing it, is to try and get people to not have fear of these animals.
Absolutely.
So if I caused a fear, I'd be devastated.
Yeah, definitely. So, but yeah, I mean, again, maybe years ago, I can't remember what reptile show, but there was a reptile show. It was pre-Donny years, and they had again a rodent show on in the same venue, in the same room. It was like on this stage thing where people could go and handle and buy rats, hamsters, gerbils, and all this sort of stuff. And then they come off the stage back into all the reptiles and stuff, and you're like, this is not a good idea.
This is an accident waiting to happen kind of moment.
And that was all organised by a reptile society, and you're like, did you not think about this, please? Kind of thing.
It does make you wonder, doesn't it?
And it was, but then Donny was like that for the first couple of years. Actually, they used to have a rodent show, in with Doncaster reptile show and stuff. I remember years ago when at that show, the parents came away with a poopy hedgehog.
Oh wow!
It was all part of the same show. So,
I want a hedgehog so bad. They're so cute.
I've been to the Surrey one twice. Very, very small. I wouldn't go to it again.
No.
Incredibly small. Maybe because I went there as a trader, and both times we were going. But the first one was in a very tiny room, essentially. You couldn't really move in it. And then the second one, it was in a slightly larger venue, and we were put in some packed room that no one knew about. So being in a game was just not much bigger.
Sounds about right.
That sort of thing. It was like, not worth us doing that one. So, that's good. And then this year, we started trading at some of the invert shows.
Yeah. Well, sorry, I nearly dropped the whole thing of mantis babies. No, yeah, we started doing that Bristol this year. I think it was our first one. Yeah, it was. Stay there. But yeah, it was brilliant. It went really well. Well, way, way, way better than we expected it to. We really, really enjoyed it. It was, to be honest, it was probably like one of the best experiences because it really felt nice to have that, I don't know, recognition for the stuff that me and Ellie were making, because we both really like to do that kind of thing. Crafting's always been a passion for both of us. Obviously when we met each other we didn't know that, we just over time discussed stuff and happened to like both the same thing. But yeah, we just really, really like crafting and making stuff, and yeah, it was just nice. It was nice to have that recognition. And when Mantis is dead. These baby mantises are really hard to keep alive.
They can, but it's why they produce so many.
Yeah.
So many hatch out. I
got 2 died. I to be fair, they've not really been eaten for me. Like a couple of them have. They're all alright, but a couple of them haven't eaten. Doesn't matter what, I've tried feeding them like different things as well, just in case. They weren't interested. See, this one's fine. But yeah, so yeah, we're hoping to do more shows again next year. Just waiting for the
announcements.
Waiting for the invert shows to say, yeah, this is when we're doing them, and then we'll start organising it. I'm just wondering who's going to be doing Taunton this year, or whether Taunton will be going ahead. Because obviously Nick gave it over to the invert shows.
Yeah, sort of very last minute, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know whether.
I think it should go ahead because Bristol and that one is really far apart. Like I know they're close together, like distance-wise, but time, there is a good few months between, and it's nice having one so close. I do really enjoy this one show.
See what they tell. So ultimately it'll come down to whether they think this year was successful or not. Really, whether enough people came through the doors.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was like people didn't know what was going on.
Yeah,
that became a bit of an issue. But yeah, we really enjoyed it. Like I think everybody who went there enjoyed it. But yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to get a head start while I'm on here because I've got so much to do because of the show.
Okay. Well, so you've done a few shows this year as traders, as in Albine and Crafts, with Ellie.
Yep.
So, obviously we've just done yesterday's show down at Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton went really well. It was great. I don't know whether it like was worth it for the in a business point of view, but obviously me and Terry would have probably gone anyway, even if it wasn't for the business. So in that way, it would have been fine. But
it is actually nice to do because you get, when you walk around, people don't have to come up and talk to you. When you're a trader, people look at the store, so you can start conversations with people that you probably wouldn't have had a conversation with in the first place.
Exactly, and do you know what? It's fun, and to see everybody, and like we didn't have that much money, which like was fine because we had some animals to sell and we could make a bit of money.
But given some,
you know, it's the links with people. Like I had a really lovely chat with the guy from Custom Aquaria, and he's actually gonna help me out because I know when I'm gonna need some more enclosures basically. So I've been having a chat with him. He's going to try and help me out once I get a little bit of money, because I should have a little bit soon. I've got a little bit of money coming in. I can sort that out, get a few more enclosures that are all matching, which I really like the idea of having all matching enclosures.
Yep.
So even like there'll be different sizes and like whatever, but at least they'll look a bit more uniform. So I really like the idea of that.
I think we all like the idea of matching enclosures and stuff. I'm yet to actually do towns of what do you think of the enclosures everywhere, but I think a lot of people are very much like to have matching at some point. Yeah, it was a very crowded. It was very busy. It was very warm in there. And so,
it was a bit crazy, wasn't it? It was. I mean, I actually,
for me, it was a bit like, yeah, it's warm, but Manchester was bloody freezing all day.
Really?
It was far too cold in that venue all day. That I didn't take my hoodie off once. And most people literally were going around the Manchester show in their coats and hoodies and stuff because it was so cold in the venue. Stuff that in some ways it was nice to have a warm venue.
Need more substrate than that.
Have you got any? That's what I've got for tonight.
Are we out of substrate? Are we?
We're out of substrate.
We're out of substrate.
Oh.
I just used the whole needs more substrate thing on Terry.
Okay. I'll try to meet you too, Steve.
I get a really nice guy on the show.
This one, but other shows I've spent far too much at, so
on my phone cut you.
I met a guy that really liked those burrowing roaches as much as I did, which is really cool.
Yeah, Terry found somebody who loved the burrowing roaches as much as he did at the show. He was very happy with himself.
Yeah. Cool. So this has been your first year sort of trading. Now come to the end of the year of trading. How have your thoughts about it kind of differed between starting trading and then ending the year? Has it met your expectations, or was it what you thought it was going to be like?
Do you know what? It actually exceeded them, because I didn't think that it was going to be as probably as much fun as it was, and it has been, because I'm not like talking to people I know. I'm quite confident and I come across quite confident, but when I don't know somebody, I can get very nervous. And when I say very nervous, I mean to the point I end up feeling dizzy, and I have fainted before. So I get quite extreme reactions to me meeting new people. But I thought it was going to be very scary, but because I had so many amazing friends who supported us for the entire time we were there, and like you, Ellie, Mark, obviously Ellie because she was doing it with me, but Mark, Annie, Chris, Lewis, Scott, Victoria, like, all of you have been like absolutely amazing at keeping us level-headed and helping us with everything. And I genuinely appreciate all of you, because if it wasn't for you guys, I don't think I would have stuck it out. Especially, I tell you, the one person who's been like on top, the biggest support for us has been Mark, the Spider Guy. He's mine and Ellie's #1 fan, I think. He looks after us every step of the way. He shares us, like beyond shares us, like every single day I look on the computer or on the phone, there's something on there he's shared with us. He's been a real big support, and like obviously having you as well, being a trader and knowing how it all works, you've been an amazing support for helping us to move forward with it all and like understand what's going on or what we need to do or that kind of thing. So you've been really helpful as well. And then there's just the others like Lewis and Chris who've helped us set up on times, and they've helped carry stuff in. Victoria's been great support, because when I'm really flustered, she'll come over and go, I'm coming over to bug you, and then she'll stand there and talk to me, and it brings me back down, so I'm not flustered anymore, So she's been an amazing support in that way. So I genuinely like appreciate everybody that's helped to make this whole thing a thing. Because if it wasn't for everybody, I think it wouldn't have been. I think we would have started it, but I think it would have not been as easy to do. So I'm really appreciative.
I mean, it's not easy being a trader, especially for the first time. I mean, yeah, I've done this now, but I'm sort of an old hand a little bit. But when you've never done it before, and it's your first ever time, you know, not even helped bend on a sand before or anything like that. As I've gone,
Sorry,
straight into it. It is nerve-wracking. You don't know what to expect. You are kind of like, will anyone actually come and look at the stand and stuff, you know? As I've been, you know, and trying to plan out, you know, how to do, you know, how to set it up and stuff, and especially the first time, you're like, oh, what do I do? I've got these empty tables. How do I set it up? How do I make it look inviting for people to come and have a look at and stuff? I think you pulled it off incredibly well, you know, right from the moment go.
I think the first time we set up, and I was like, oh no, we haven't set up quick enough. And I looked over and Phil was still setting his stuff up. I was like, yep, Phil's doing the same as me. Yeah, I'm okay.
It's one of those things you always, you know, you have certain ways of doing things when it comes to like a parent stand. You know, there's certain things that like we all know what to do individually, sort of thing, and like, right, I do that. And you know, as you know, okay, these things go here, these things go here, and you're able just to do it, you know, kind of quickly. And so, well, that's all, you know, case of, you know, jigging things around every now and then and having to play around with tables and stuff. Especially if the tables are smaller than what, you know, some shows are smaller than other shows and stuff and things. Knowing sometimes how many tables to have at a show, you know,
that's it.
You know,
we get 2 tables now, which we can afford to get 2 tables now. I think that having 2 tables makes a lot of difference. I think we could eventually end up with 3 tables, eventually, but obviously we'd need to increase our range a little bit because everyone's not going to buy the same thing over and over again.
No, the thing, every now and then you've got to change certain stuff around or whatever. That's what parents do.
This is why I do so many different crafts, because I enjoy doing the different crafts, but it's also great for the stall because we don't have just the same thing all the time. I do, like, I enjoy sewing as well, which I don't have any sewing or knitted items on there. I do both of them as well. See, I do a little bit of everything, if I'm honest. I'm not a one-trick pony when it comes to crafting or making stuff. Like, I've made a full-size TARDIS before now.
You make one for me, though. Oh, no.
Oh,
no, I can woodwork, although I'm banned from woodwork because I'm dangerous.
Hang on, right.
Yeah, did you see me in the...
Phil's seen you on a mobility scooter. He knows how dangerous you are.
Yes. So that's a whole thing. But, oh, I need my other stick insects. They're on the shelf. Okay. Thank you, baby.
Then I'm sitting down.
Yay! I've got baby arboreal tubs.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, yeah, potentially next year, especially for the Invert Shows UK shows, we may be adding a 4th table.
Oh, nice.
Is that for all the emerald roaches still that I have to sell?
Right, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Right. I'm maybe going from having half a table to having a whole table to myself.
You know, said hi.
Oh, so you know the next show we do, Phil? When we do another show together, right? Just want to test it here. We put 3 of your boxes of emerald roaches on there. I want to see if I can sell them quicker than you can.
He could bloody sell a snow for an Eskimo, this man, I swear.
I could this week.
Yeah, you probably can. I did have a few people, like, because I went going, and then after a while, I had a few people, like, coming up towards the end show going, oh, Terry said you might have some emerald cockroaches. Is he right? Like, yes, I do.
Well, actually, Phil, what I told them was, I said, my friend Phil over there has got emerald roaches. I said, you can't miss him. He's got exactly the same shirt on as me, but he's not as good looking.
That's right. Well, that's true.
Look, it's a baby black beauty.
Nice.
There are babies in there already.
No.
Oh, those ones
These are babies.
Oh, yeah, the ones Steve gave us.
They've been in these since the Coventry show. Was it Coventry? What was the last show?
Yeah, what's
Coventry last show?
Coventry,
Yeah.
what's called.
Yeah, they've been in here since the last show, and they were tiny then, but they're outgrowing it, so I need to get them into a bigger enclosure, so that's what I'm doing now. But I've got 3 tubs of them because he gave Mark one as well, but Mark's terrified of them having babies. So, but on the plus side, considering I've had black beauties before and I didn't manage to keep them alive, I've done all right this time.
Black beauties are fantastic.
They're beautiful.
I can put my eggs in that now.
Oh, I think I lost. Oh no, he's alive. Oh god.
I can put my eggs in that.
Yeah. What eggs?
My stick insect eggs.
No, they get lost in there.
Phil's using vermiculite for his.
That's not vermiculite, that's perlite.
Same difference.
So, Russell, the shirt, me and Terry both got that from Asda. Whether they're still selling it, they might be able to find it, maybe. It was part of Halloween sort of thing. But so that, you know what, spider keepers, that's you know, that's all you wear, that is.
Terry's got a blazer. It's a bit big for him, so we
I
need
might
to
actually give it to you, Phil. It'll probably fit you really well. It's like
it's a little bit too big for him because he's not quite tall enough to fill it out like. His body's not quite long enough.
It's like a white colour and it's all skulls.
Skulls all over.
I'll send you a photo of it after if you want it. You can have
real Halloween,
really
but
cool.
it looks cool. He has worn it out before.
It'll look cool. We can wear it to the posh Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, that was a good restaurant.
We need to go there again. That was so yummy. I swear, I've never felt like that. Like, I don't even know. That was so yummy.
I think that was
really,
a business
inside was really nice. Not that you and Victoria saw it, because me and Terry left you both out in the cold.
Yeah, they left us women in the cold.
Well, we sat on a really comfy sofa inside this lovely warm restaurant.
So rubbing it in, all right. Oh, I'm surprised Victoria isn't watching tonight.
Oh, she absolutely shattered today.
That does not surprise me. I was really struggling to get out this morning. I will say I say this morning. I didn't get up to this afternoon, but
I mean those 2.5 hours sleep you had on the way back whilst I was driving, they didn't do anything to help you at all, did they?
They actually didn't. He goes, Leah, can you wake up? I'm lonely, and I was going, okay.
We were both
that the whole way home.
By the time we got back to hers last night, we were knackered because M11 decided to close before our junction, so I had to do a diversion all here, there, and everywhere to get back.
Oh, did she have a good weekend though?
Yes, we both did.
Good. That's the main thing. As long as everybody had a good weekend.
It was a fantastic weekend, fantastic show. Even though I didn't buy anything apart from 2 bags of flake soil.
Oh wow!
Right at the end of the show,
I bought flake soil off Jeremy, but I didn't. I only got one.
Did you buy anything at the show, Phil?
Was the lid? That was what
only 2 bags of flake soil.
Was that it?
That's it.
Oh, very well.
What was the darker black roaches in my colony Leah gave me, and Leah told me about how she went near the beach.
Who's that, Chaz?
Yeah. Chaz, they're all Madagascan hissers.
All of them.
They're just all different subspecies. They're all kind of mixed species, so.
Most Madagascans are.
It was good to see you, Greg.
Yeah.
It was nice to see Greg. It was good.
Yeah, it was lovely to see Greg.
It was a nice surprise when I came out the lift at the hotel and just saw Greg at the restaurant. I was like, hang on.
I was very surprised to see anybody we knew because it was the opposite side to the show from Brighton. I think most people who stayed in Brighton itself.
Greg did drink all the cider before me and Phil got there, though, I reckon.
The drinks were quite expensive, though, to be fair.
Always
So-
are that sort of place.
I loved it. I thought it was really nice. I really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. I
we
would
had
stay there for 2 days.
Yeah, we had some beautiful.
But they are actually black in colour. That is their colour. They only turn blue, and they don't. Well, they don't turn blue. It's a dried waxy secretion on them that's blue. Natural colour of the beetle is black, and they use this wax to stop them desiccating. So they're only blue when they're bone dry. And it's literally to stop them desiccating in hot sun.
Okay.
So any kind of humidity, they don't need the wax. So they're black.
That's really
So,
cool. Obviously,
and if you touch them, you'll just rub the wax off.
So do they like humidity or not?
They need some humidity.
They need some humidity.
Yep. The people that have had success, or most people that have had success in actually incubating them, are basically keeping their blue death beetles very much similar to things like Pacnoda.
They were in the tub with all the little spiders and stuff, but I don't know where that is.
And basically, people that have had real success have used hardly any sand. That's mainly leaf mulch and rotten wood. So I've been with a zookeeper friend of mine who's also been working on them, who's spoken to keepers at Cincinnati Zoo who have bred them and gone out into the field to find them. They're like, yeah, we don't actually find them really on sand. Intended that we find them under the bushes where it's actually quite humid. Okay. And so there's lots of leaf mulch and stuff for them.
How are you setting them up? You want to put tissue?
I'm going to do what
I spray mine, Greg. I spray mine, every now and then. Don't worry about them sort of going black. As long as you've got enough ventilation for them, that's fine. Like I say, the blue is purely because if they're hot and dry. Mine do get hot and dry because I have a halogen light bulb over them that's set like 31, 32 degrees Celsius, from which they do bask under. And then if I give them a humid end as well and stuff, and I like to plant grasses in there, which I water down. And that's where I tend to then find the larvae.
What for?
Yeah, go on.
No, you just put them on the tissue, love. Okay. Sorry, setting up those eggs.
Yeah, I didn't have the cider myself. Yeah, I'm not a Bulmers fan. I start with the Doom Bar.
I'll have to have a look in a minute, Chaz. I'm just in the middle of setting up these eggs at the minute.
Yeah, drinks in those sort of places are always going to be a little bit more than what you're going to pay in a pub.
Ooh, their eggs are very different, Phil.
Which ones are they?
The orangey ones. Like the Philium, whatever.
Philium tubulensi.
Yeah, the Philium philippicum, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
they look like they've got like a fluffy edge. These haven't.
Yep.
They look like they're just literally bits of poop.
Yeah, some of them do.
But they're so funny. Right. We're just setting them up now in the tubs. And you got to keep them at what temperature?
It's on the piece of paper.
I don't have the piece of paper. It's in the box.
They will do, Greg.
I think that's it.
If they're in a tub, any kind of it's always high humidity in a tub when you transform. Straight away. I've done a display with them once. They got rid of the waxy secretion, went back and kind of never went, why have you got them blue when they're black? I was like,
Phil, do you happen to know what temperature these should be at?
Was that leaf insect eggs?
Yeah,
for the hatching.
Warm room, stick them on top of a viv.
I was going to put them in my rack, not on the back, but at the front. About 25.
Yeah, 25, 26.
That'll be okay. Then.
You know, they can take a bit of a daytime call as well. Not daytime, nighttime call.
I'm really looking forward to hatching these out.
He's very excited about his bloody stick insect eggs.
Leaf insect eggs?
Leaf insect eggs, sorry.
That orange, well, the orange ones are stunning.
Yeah, there's a number of different leaf insects that are really cool. Was it Westwood Eye? The ones you don't tend to see very often. They're pretty cool. They're kind of yellowish in colour.
Oh, I saw those today. I was having a look on Google for a picture of one to show the girls in work what they look like.
So
you're not having a look on eBay.
Yeah, I'm not happy with my labels again. I want to make new ones.
Okay. I'm going to have a look on eBay, I think, Phil, see if I can buy some more eggs.
Yeah, you normally find some on there sometimes.
And have a little look.
Good place to look for eggs.
I wonder where they got these little tubes from. They're so cute.
They'll probably be like little sample pot tubes.
Probably.
You're hatching your mums for her, aren't you, Phil?
I will be, yeah. Hopefully. Yeah, because she got some. And then it was all like that, yeah. If I hatch them out, then we'll split them. I'm like, I'm meant to be getting rid of all my ground eaters. all my food plant eaters.
Yeah.
But then I did say apart from the giant leaf insects, and then we're going, well, these are leaf insects.
Your mum only did that to make you go around the house every couple of days to get bramble, you know that, right?
That's it. That's it.
That's why she did it.
Oh, she misses you. Mama Phil. I love your mum. We all love your mum.
I didn't when she kept talking about her rainbow bows and rubbing it in.
So when I went to the show, I may or may not have got 5 of the things I'm trying not to buy.
Have the label.
Very nice, Greg. Gonglets are awesome. I had those years ago when I was a kid.
That's exactly it, Russell. He's flexing his leaf insects.
To the point I had the gonglets I think I took on holiday with us because I was all like, because they only lie and pray and nothing else sort of thing. I was normally like that would have like cousins or whatever coming to look after. I was like, they're not going to know what to do with this stuff. So I literally took the frame out and it's on holiday with me.
Oh my God.
To be able to feed it. The wandering violin mantis.
Oh, they're pretty.
They're awesome.
I'm obsessed with the leaf insects now. I think they're one of my favourites. When we do shows, it's the thing that amazes the kids. Even the ladies in work today, I showed them the pictures, and they were like, that is not real. I was like, it is. It's genuinely real.
Yeah, people keep asking.
So we put your black beauties in, Leah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just basically, they were doing really well in those tubs, so I've just basically made a bigger one.
Yep.
So I kind of just go in with what's working more than anything. On the plus side, though, because it's kind of sad these died, but at least now I've got an enclosure for my new mantis.
There you go.
I don't have any more substrate, though, so they're going to have to go on tissue for tonight. I'm going to get some substrate tomorrow. I bought 20 things of cocoa fibre, right, over the summer holidays. 20. They're gone.
It's amazing how much you can get through sometimes.
I know. I've never known anything like it.
Even if you're only using small amounts in very small enclosures, suddenly you get through a block very easily.
Yeah, I've noticed. I really need to get more though, but I'm like well annoyed because They were £1 a block.
Yep.
Now they're 1.25 a block, right? Poundland is still doing them for £1, but obviously this time of year they don't do it. But then I can get it for £3.70, I think it is, for a big block, like a big block,
Yep.
which is fine. That's a 40-litre block, so it's like 4 of the smaller ones, so it's still cheaper. However, they don't have any of that in at the minute. They've only got the smaller blocks of the 10-litre. So I'm like, I need the big blocks.
Yeah, it sounds right. I know, what was it? MK were struggling to get into like the smaller blocks in for a while.
Oh, wow.
They gone back in for the Manchester show, but they said, yeah, they had to put their prices up because the prices have gone up, you know, that they were getting, you know, to get it for them. Kind of thing.
You've got to go in there. You can't go on the outside. You've got to go in.
But it's the thing, sort of like, yeah, as with everything, yeah, prices are going up with stuff.
Might hear some swearing in a
100%.
minute.
Why?
I do apologise.
Are you messing with the monitor?
I'm not messing with her, I'm interacting with her.
Okay, he's messing with the monitor. He says, I'm not messing
When
with
we
her.
hear
I'm
Terry
interacting
scream,
with her.
we know what's happened.
Yes. He goes, I'm not messing with her. I'm interacting with her. I said, no, he's messing with her. Yeah, so what was I going to say? Oh, God. Okay, she's got to. So I try to feed this little mantis because I just rehoused her and I always give them a fly or two to, like, they always eat when they put them in.
Now settling, yeah.
There you go. There you go. I'll put her in with my baby so I can keep an eye on her because she's brand new. There you go. I always do that. I keep all my baby ones together so I can keep an eye on them easier. I'm looking forward to doing this as a terrarium.
Oh, nice.
Because it says botanically brewed cola, so I thought that would be really cool.
Ow! Oh, I'm feeling so well.
She bite you or tail whip you?
Knew something was going to happen. Yeah, mate.
He said that was going so well.
I did sell a couple of little terrariums.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, see, which are nice. A couple of small ones.
I sold the one sun beetle thing that I made with the taxidermy one.
Oh, nice.
I didn't sell the 2 big ones, so I'm a bit gutted about it. But
right. I put my hand, she walked onto my hand, and I stroked her, then she hit me with her tail. So it's going in the right direction, okay?
He's getting there.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, small steps. Small steps.
Small steps.
Eventually, one day, she'll love him, but right now, she wants to kill him.
She doesn't want to kill me, she wants to kill the guy in the pet.
There you go, right, your dual flower beetles are now labelled. Are you happy? Yes. The substrate's not deep enough, I haven't got enough substrate left. So I'm going to fix that tomorrow.
Woo.
So the plan tomorrow is to go... Damn, that was bramble, I just got my arm on. Go get a substrate. Put more substrate in the stuff that needs more substrate. I know it means rehousing them again, but I just wanted to get them out of the small tubs and get them into proper sizes so they can move about. I thought I had more. I thought I had a couple of blocks of cocoa fibre. I probably do. They're probably right down on the floor at the back of the back of the shelving or something. I could have sworn I had at least another 2. Oh no! I just found a stray cricket in the lounge. At least you found it. Could be worse. You could not find it. And then it could chip.
Shoe like it did mine.
Yeah, Terry had one in his shoe and it bit him. What was it you said really likes to eat this, Phil?
My pill millipedes.
Pill millipedes, that's what I was putting in with. Okay.
Still can't believe they're £20 each in the shop.
I can. Hey, Steve!
Yeah.
Steve!
Hey, Steve.
Terry.
Yeah, my candy pill millipedes, where, you know, the Carnifex, absolutely, they love all the organic matter underneath it.
fair. I have a question.
Yep.
So I've had moss, like similar to this in the past, that I've bought, and I've put it into a tub with some substrate, and I've put it in a warmish area, but like nice and moist, and it died. Then I put it in my greenhouse at the same temperature, same humidity, everything, and ignored it, and then it started to grow back.
Yep.
So what I don't know what the difference was.
It's one of these, like, I have some moss that thrives and some moss that doesn't. Can be sometimes the same type and same. Yeah, I'm still learning when it comes to
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
See, the thing is, I'm going to be doing this enclosure. I'm going to start it like as soon as I've got a box to put the roaches in, because that is literally the only thing holding me back at the minute. I'll be starting to tear that communal down, and it's going to turn into a terrarium. And I mean, like, I'm not going to be putting animals in it for a minimum of a year before I actually put anything in there. It's just going to be planted. But I want to get the best that I can get in there, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So I want moss. I want to put some bromeliads in there. I want it like a nice humid, like rainforesty type environment. So I'm going to be speaking to MK Exotics and get a load of stuff off them.
Maybe I have a discount code.
Yeah.
Discount code, and I'm a friend of Phil's. Can I have more discount?
I'm hoping. No, I'm hoping. They did say that they might be able to help me out with, like, I'm actually going to speak to him because I was on about maybe doing the same thing, but it'd be kind of silly for us both to have one. So what I was thinking was maybe, if I use your code, but maybe he might give me a discount because I'm doing a video, and if I say it's sponsored by, and maybe he might sponsor the video, maybe he might give me a good discount on the plants.
That's worth a go.
My thoughts.
There's room for multiple, for you to have a.
And I just think
your own discount code, don't feel like it's put on my shows or anything. I know,
but I just rather use your thing, like, because at the end of the day, like, one day I might find someone who can sponsor me. Like, for me, I won't be using the sort of amount of plants you do because I don't do as many live planted trips. So
I was talking to a lady at the show actually, and she was doing like a witchcrafty thing, selling stuff. So I gave one of your cards, and she's doing like mystery boxes, like witchcrafty mystery boxes.
Where was that?
At the show.
Where?
She wasn't doing them. She was talking to her.
Oh.
I sold her some burrowing roaches, I think. I sold her for burrowing roaches.
Okay. So. No, there was one over in the back and she was selling crystals.
Oh, it might have been that one then. I didn't like
I bought a big amethyst, or amethyst.
So she might be in this. So I told her to message you. I said, we could even review them on the channel.
Okay.
So, yeah. Sorry, I just forgot. Just reminded you.
So, yeah, I'm going to be... the craft channel's going to be making a bit of a comeback, I think. Going to try and get that back up off the ground because I used to make videos all the time for craft, doing craft stuff. I've now put them all private, so they're not actually visible on my channel. But I used to do a lot of them, so I'm thinking I might do that again. And also, I don't know whether I could do the Poundland hauls and stuff on there, but I might do that on there, or I might just make another channel again. So I'll have 3 channels again, which was a lot last time I had 3 channels, but it was fun. I lost the love of it a little bit. It became like a chore rather than enjoyable. So I think I was too like caught up on what I could and couldn't.
Yeah, you got to have it. You got to make it enjoyable for yourself.
Exactly.
Because if you don't enjoy it, then it's going to come across in videos and stuff, and you're going to be less. You're going to be like, oh, I'm going to be bothered, or or whatever. Whereas at least if you're doing what you enjoy, you then going to carry on doing it.
Exactly. I don't know if anybody wants me to get any animals out or anything. Have a quick show of the animals.
Absolutely can.
Not a Nile monitor, Phil. Do not say a Nile monitor, or
Can we get the Nile monitor out?
you can come and get the Nile monitor.
Imagine. Oh God, imagine that.
Can we see Terry get beaten up by a Nile monitor live on camera?
Your mum keeps trying to steal my Nile monitor. She wants it.
Jim wants to see the retic.
And see Marita.
Yeah, Jesse's ready to come out as well.
He's ready
He's
to
waiting.
come out.
I swear he heard me say, like, do you want me to get some animals out? Because as soon as I said that, he started moving around.
We need some space.
Jesse really wants to come out.
I need a snake hook. There we go.
Oh, this one. It's, yeah, I kind of knocked it down. It's supposed to be right at the top, but I took it down to get the Halloween decoration out of it. And I can't reach. Oh, Terry's going to put it back up. Please don't drop it on my head.
See,
Right, you got to turn it now.
Okay.
Again, don't drop it on my head. Put it in front. There, yeah, there you go.
Snake
Sorry.
hooks have lots
So that's back up now. I couldn't get back up there, so I used the snake hook like he just did to pull it down, and I couldn't reach it.
Hey, Jesse Ruru.
So it looked like it was possessed or something. It's the fan. I got the fan on. I'm boiling hot. Again.
Right.
Jesse Roos.
Oh no, it's an evil reticulated python.
Right, Jesse, you coming over here? No? You want Daddy? Okay, so this is Jesse.
Who's got my hand?
This is Jesse Roo. He's our biggest snake at the moment. We used to have Cuddles, who was bigger, but unfortunately Cuddles passed away. But Jesse Roo is just as sweet as Cuddles, but way more intelligent than Cuddles. And way, way, way stronger than Cuddles, actually.
And way more fun to interact with, because Burns are just wibbly.
You're so pretty. Yes, you are. Where are you going, Jax? He's very active this evening. He's waiting. He's going to get fed this week. So it's his feeding week. Can you move this bramble? Because that's the third time I've smashed my arm off it.
Yes.
Right, and my mum's not jealous at all that you've got Jesse.
If she lets me have a rainbow boa baby, I might let her play with it.
We love Jesse. We do love Jesse Roo, don't we, Jesse? Yes. And hopefully at the next couple of weeks, he's going to get a huge upgrade. Huge upgrade, aren't you? And then he'll be able to move around a little bit more because he does love to climb. We have him out like every single day. And we play with him for ages, and he like climbs up over us. He escaped the other day actually because he pushed off the front of the enclosure, same as the boas did. He literally got and curled up in a curl, and then like pushed his body out. Jesse was a boy. He's probably not going to get too much bigger than this. I wouldn't say.
And male retics tend not to be.
They're slower growing.
They male retics tend not to be as friendly, but he's to be really chill.
Oh, nice, Jeremy.
Nice one, Jeremy.
Oof. Did you have many left after the show, Jeremy? Jesse, you're gonna.
But how are you burrowing roaches? How are you burrowing roaches doing, Jeremy?
You see, he's so smart because he starts going forward, so you do that so that you can't go anywhere, and then you'll pull backwards to get out your hand because he knows what you're doing. He's like, no, I'm going. So we feed him on, he's had squirrels, rabbits, big rats. He doesn't have rats very often because they're not big enough for him. Pigs. He's had baby pigs.
Actually, to be precise, he's had Cooney pigs, and he's had Gloucester Old Spot baby pigs as well.
Yes. He gets expensive pure breed show pig babies because a friend of ours has a farm and they're their pig decided to roll over on her babies, so they all got suffocated. So
I only give him a pig like every sixth week.
yeah, he gets pig now and again. So we got a freezer full of baby pigs, which is a bit weird. But if anybody was to look, they'd be like, but he's growing nicely and he's very, very, very happy. Aren't you, aren't you?
And he likes to go outside.
Jesse,
He loves to go outside.
where are you going? You're hiding. What are you doing?
He loves to go outside.
I only have semi-control of this dude when I'm holding on to him. Terry's stronger than me, so he can hold him, but we never ever get him out when we're on our own. I won't get him out at all. Terry gets him out, and then I'll hold him, but I won't get him out because I'm not as good at reading. I can read him. I know when he's in a bad mood or whatever, but if he was to grab hold of me, I think I would struggle a lot more to get him off me than Terry would to get him off him. So
he's taken me to the floor accidentally with his tail.
Yeah, he tripped Terry over.
He pulled
His leg out from under him. He sort of went round the bottom of his knee and like squeezed up, so the bottom of his foot come up, and Terry fell.
I do take him outside.
So,
I do walk
yeah, he
him.
goes for walks with Terry, which he absolutely loves. Although I don't think that's going to be for much longer because I think Terry's going to even start to struggle to carry him around. He's very, very heavy going. But he's not fat. He's a nice thickness. Reticulated pythons are a lot thinner than Burmese pythons.
Yeah. Some people don't realise just how slender retics should be.
Yeah, they should be quite thin and long. And if they're fat and plump, they're way too fat. What?
Cheers, Michaela.
Anything else anyone wants to see? Should I put it back?
Baby. Beautiful baby. He's hiding under my hand now because it's dark under there. He's like,
yeah.
You hiding? You hiding? Where are you going? We're going backwards now.
If I'd have got my egg,
you can't go up there because if you've got there, you're going to knock everything over, Jess.
If I'd have got my egg,
you can't go down there either.
If I'd have got my egg eating snake by now, I could have showed it to everyone, but I haven't got it yet because you won't let me go pick it up.
I told him we can have it at the end of the month, didn't I, Jessie? The end of the month, tell him. Go tell Daddy. Say, not till the end of the month.
I'm going to set it up so cool, Phil. I'm going to build like a little artificial net.
He wants to go
and I'm going to put it at the top. And that's where I'm going to put the eggs. So he's got to climb up to get them, like you would in the wild.
Hey, Michaela. Yeah, we're hoping to get some stuff built soon. Probably won't be till after Christmas, because Christmas is obviously very busy. And literally, we don't want to be tearing our living room apart for Christmas, because that's what's going to be happening. It's literally the whole front room. We've kind of worked it out. I'm hoping that Rob gets somewhere to live, so that Alexa can go stay with him for a little while. And then what we're going to do, the plan, is to take Alexa's room over for a few days, put all the animals we could fit into her room and our bedroom as best we can. The snakes have to go in Alexa's room because they have to be away from the rats. And then tear the front room completely out so there won't be anything in here at all. Then just build the entire thing. Just needs to be enough space in the middle for the sofa, enough space. We even have been discussing getting a screen projector. So instead of having a TV on the wall, get rid of the TV out of our front room and have a pull down screen on the ceiling that we can pull down in front of the vivariums with a blackout screen behind it, so that it covers, so that obviously the animals don't get blinded by the projector lights, so that we can pull that down when we actually want to watch TV. Because a lot of the time we'll sit here with no TV on, no nothing on. Either I'll be flicking on my phone or we'll be playing or watching animals. So like literally that's what we do. So it wouldn't make that much difference.
Anything anyone else like to see? Boa?
Is there anything anybody else would like to see?
Boa, Colombian boa.
We've got boas, we've got skink.
I'm not getting him out because he's horrible.
He's not horrible.
You are.
Get Erwin out.
You're horrible.
He's not horrible. Get Erwin.
I think that's what we want to see then.
Oh, yeah.
He's not horrible. He thinks you've got food.
I haven't got food. I haven't got food. I'm not food. No.
Terry's a bit scared of him because
No.
he's trying to bite him.
God monitors easier to train than you.
Just pick him up.
That is my hand. Right, I'll do a deal.
I'll pick him up. Do you want me to pick him up?
No, I'll do a deal. Here you go. Here you go. Here's the hissing roach. There you go. There's the hissing roach. Hissing roach.
Night, Greg. Cheers for joining.
The hissing roach. You got it?
Oh, bye, Greg.
You got it? Got it? Right. Here you go.
Hey, Matthew.
Hissing roach now.
Yeah, but no, he can't eat it because I'm.
I'll let you eat your hissing roach and then I'll get you out.
Okay, he's just eating it. He's eating a hissing roach a minute.
You have to make a deal with him. He's not like unless you feed him.
Fine.
He hates you.
He's lovely.
He is lovely. He's in shed as well, by the way.
Oh, it's okay.
Shed stuff. He's always shedding. He's always growing.
Has he got much bigger to go?
Yeah.
How big do they get?
He won't get much longer. He'll get chunkier more than anything else. Just get chunkier.
Right, has he finished that roach yet? No, he's still bloody sleeping.
I will get there eventually.
Can you eat it so I can pick you up? He's like numbing it. He's literally got it in his mouth going.
He loves it. You done now? You done?
Yep, it's gone.
Friends? Hey, there we go. Bargaining with food. Yeah. He's got shed still stuck.
Oh, nice, Matthew.
There we go. Look on his toes now. His toes shed really well.
Well,
So
nice one,
this is Erwin.
little blue tongue.
Yes, he's a very lovely Indonesian blue tongue skink.
That's why he's grumpy. Because he's
a bit grumpy. He's a bit grumpy. But he's very cute. He's very, very cute. He's got a bit of shed on him. There you go. You gonna say hi? What's your matter, Erwin? So, Erwin has very, very sharp claws, although he's very, he's quite chill, like he's not a bitey animal. He is to Terry.
He likes to defend his territory.
But I think he's really fine. He doesn't bother me. Okay. He's very cute. I love when they open their mouths though and they give you a threat display. That is so cool. He doesn't do it very often anymore. But you can see the inquisitiveness in their eyes.
But again, they are another animal that really gets overfed.
Skinks are awesome, especially blue tongues.
Yes. They're one of the cutest. I think I would have preferred one of the other two.
The Australians?
Or whatever. Yeah. Because they're a little bit less grumpy dumps.
A little bit bigger as well.
But Erwin's fine. He's not a bother. Like
he stopped peeing on you though.
Yeah, he used to pee on me every time I picked him up. So look at the face.
They are really cool lizards, but you have got to have the right setup. So UV temperatures.
Yeah.
Nice big enclosure.
Yeah,
they do like to use all of it.
Oh wow, Jim.
I was thinking that looked like a guy, I guess. Parents used to have a skin Gouldies. Skin Gouldies are awesome. The northern.
The skin qualities.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're so expensive though.
They are now. Never used to be.
Yeah.
Did they not? Oh yeah, they're on.
No, they've gone up in price. Well, our first skin Gouldies we have, and I was a kid. Still, we had skin Gouldies. I know it's probably maybe like 50 quid.
I think they're
Now,
more like
you know,
1,000.
not like Manchester for like 350 quid or whatever.
Is that how much they were in
So
Manchester?
is this from the Gigas one then?
Yep.
So this will get bigger.
If it's Gogas, yeah. No,
I can't remember. Because when it came in, it was labelled up in the pet shop just as blue tongue skink, B grade blue tongue skink.
Yeah, that's all it was labelled up as.
He's missing the tip of his
He's missing
tail.
the very tip of his tail.
okay.
And when we say the tip, I mean the tip. Like, it's literally like...
That's why you're so cheap. How much was he? Like 120?
150. What's the matter? What's the matter? You've had enough of
There are some awesome blue tongues out there, though. Some awesome blue tongue species.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what.
Well.
Like, obviously for care and stuff, but I'm not that worried. He's bloody shed.
I don't know if I agree with the way they when they breed them in Australia, like keeping them in a rack in the dark with hay and feeding them on like ferret food. I'm not sure whether I agree with that.
No, I don't. No, I don't like that. It's not just there that they do. I mean, you know, there's still people that will feed them tinned cat and dog foods, and it's like, yeah, no.
No.
I don't really know.
No. Irwin only likes bugs, Phil. He will only eat bugs.
Invert some, you know, a bit of fruit every now and then, but not too much and stuff. And some, you know, some snails. Snails sweet.
Do you know what? I haven't actually tried him on snails. I've tried him on all the.
Whenever I had blue tongues, you know, way back, they loved snails.
That looks like him. So that's Indonesian.
Yeah.
That literally.
Crushed the shell in no time. We found you know, frozen forward food like mice and chicks. They made a hell of a mess of. Could they shake them around everywhere first?
Do they do well with each other?
No.
No. Jim said he keeps his in with his water dragon and 6x4 by 6 tall. How do they get on? I guess the one's in the tree, the one's on the floor, so I guess.
Yeah, I've seen which species of water dragon, Jim? I've only seen them kept with Australian dragons before. I've seen that before.
Get off his toe.
Is that what he has? Is the Australian water dragon?
To his toes.
Yeah, he's Northern love snails.
There you go. Still there.
Yeah,
you
these
can buy
snails,
feed the snails, but yeah, you know, giant African ourselves. Very too many of those. No, I'll eat those.
I'll get Ellie to bring me.
There you go.
Grumpy.
Yeah, just a shad stuck on his toe.
I don't know why, he's got a massive water bowl and moss and everything. Go in your water bowl.
I just waited for Jim to say whether or not he's got the Australian.
If you put that in with your water dragon, I can't get it out because she hates me.
Cleo's lovely.
Cleo is an asshole. She doesn't like me.
Feed separately in 2 separate hotspots. Chinese water dragon and a Gigas. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I figured the large enclosure. I'm just trying to work out, like, if thing is, I don't know if I'd be able to fit a big enclosure like that.
The key there is that obviously, feel like, you know, anyone that suddenly goes, "Oh, you can't cohabit things." Jim knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's a large enclosure, separate multiple hotspots, multiple feeding areas.
I think at the end of the day, if it works, it works. Do you know what I mean?
You know, large enclosure.
Yeah.
Before anyone starts, you know.
I'm not getting Cleo. You can get
Cleo. I move then, and I'll get Cleo out.
You can get Cleo out.
I'm gonna get Cleo.
I'm not catching if she runs off either. If she hides under the sofa, I am not catching her.
I'll find them.
I was having a chat with someone just the other day, chat about her having different, various species and this, that, the other. So do your research, make sure it's a decent size enclosure.
This is Cleo.
Can be done.
She's my rescue Chinese water dragon. She's not very friendly.
That's an understatement. That no one
tries to get me. She's launched herself from the Viv at Terry's head before now. She's also got MBD. She's
slightly dwarfed, I think, as well.
Yeah, I think she's a bit she's a bit stunted with her growth, but we just tried to do the best by her. I saw her in the pet shop and I fell in love with her, and she was brought back to the pet shop. So, Cleo, stop trying to eat me. I am not food, yeah? She will try.
If you were Ellie, she wouldn't bite you.
No, she would have only picked her up like that. I got to hold her like this, otherwise she'll just do a runner.
She's going to bite you in a minute.
She's not going to bite me. She's thinking about it, but she's not going to. Where did I put those Marios? Oh, they're really taped up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Cleo, I don't know how old Cleo is. Oh, God. Mm-hmm. Cleo. She's on my leg. See?
Super friendly.
Cleo, stop it. Get her a worm.
Where's the tongs?
Just get me the tub of worms and I'll feed her. Get her a tub of worms. Cleo was a bit moody.
Good age, Jim. Good age.
Yeah.
I like to see when people have reptiles that are, 20 plus easily.
She yummed that. Do you know what?
Oh yeah. Oh.
She's not that stressed out. She just wants to kill me.
I fed you this morning before I went to work. You can't be hungry.
Do you want another one? Oh yeah. But you can't have too many worms.
He only gave me salad this morning.
Did he give you salad? Did you get cross with him? Hang on, you've got dirt on your head.
One more.
Fine, I won't get the dirt off your head. You can keep it.
There you go.
There you go. You happy now? She wants more. Are we friends now?
Nope.
You're going to calm down now?
Nope.
Do you know what? Even with MBD, though, she's still a really good climber.
That's good.
Yeah, she was somebody's pet that they didn't want. They brought it back to the pet shop and dumped it. And I went in the pet shop and he said, "Do you want her?" And I went, "Yeah." He said she might not live very long. And I brought her back and she was all right, but she was a bit lethargic. And we put a new UVB bulb in with her and proper heat and big water bowl, and literally change the water bowl out every single day, sometimes twice a day, because she will poop in it and she's swimming in it and she gets dirt in it. We also have another water bowl which is separate, a little one, so she can go drink if she doesn't want it like in between. But she we want to get her in a bigger Viv. We want to build her a pond. We were thinking about putting the musk turtles in the pond. So I had a big pond and put the musk turtles in the pond so she could swim in there, having like a water and food station so she can go there and eat and drink. But obviously have a pond. But the filter on it would have to be immense. That's the only thing we're trying to figure out.
At the minute, I just change it every day.
Cleo, you've got something stuck in it.
Yeah, turtles are they're very, very messy.
Yes, luckily the musk turtles are a lot smaller, so I've got the yellow belly sliders as well. but I wouldn't put them in because that would take some hell of a lot of poop cleaning. Those things are huge. But at the minute, they're all in their indoor tank in the other room, ready for winter. It's too cold outside for them now. I don't like leaving them out at this time of year. Like, I know they can live outside, but the amount of water that we have for them, it's not really enough for them to live out all winter.
It's not deep enough.
It's not deep enough. So the plan is to build a pond in the back garden. It's been the plan for the past 2 years, but with COVID happening, it was nearly impossible to get the supplies we needed. So we didn't do it. And then this year we've had a little bit of money trouble. So that's put us in a bit of a predicament. But, oh, sorry, Cleo. Over time, sorry, she's got like a bit of loose shed. I'm just, tongs aren't close enough together to pick it up. So yeah, I'm not touching it with my finger, otherwise it just knocked it off. She's still trying to bite me. Right, come here. There, I got it. Let me see if I can grab it. There you go. It's gone.
Right, so when you put it back, I've just put a nice warm water in.
Or you got some nice fresh water.
Butterfly guns are awesome things.
She's a full head. Look at this face. Look at that face. Oh, Cleo. Hang on, Cleo.
Ash, you can put it back.
There you go. Look at that for a face.
Yeah.
True little dragon face. She's so beautiful. It's all right, Cleo. It's okay. I know. I don't know what they did to her in her old home, but she's just so angry with the world.
I think the guy who had it before must have had a beard.
Nice try, Cleo. I'm faster than you. Do you like it?
No. Put her back then.
She's just such a weird little animal. She really is.
You put her back then.
You don't want to put her back?
Nope.
You want to put her back?
Nope. Nope.
James got lots of sign of catfish in the water dragon pond. Tried musk turtles, but they are a bit bitey. Reeds might work better. Also from Asia. So good geography.
Oh, okay. On my wit then. I'll put her back in a minute. This Terry's too scared to pick her up.
I don't like her. She doesn't like me.
Go on then.
Put her in water. Sure. Yeah.
You can close Cleo's tank. There you go. I got somebody who'll sit still and not try to bite me.
Hello, baby girl.
This is Dobby. She was Hunter's friend's bearded dragon. She's looking a bit skinny because she laid 15 eggs. Didn't you? Yeah. So we're trying to get the weight back on her. Oops. Where you going?
You said I was going to sit
still. I don't know whether she might have. I don't know. What have you done to your arm? Nothing. What's the matter? Why are you walking funny? You're just being lazy.
She's very lazy.
She's such a lazy bearded dragon. She just doesn't want to do anything.
She puts herself away after 5 minutes.
Yeah, she goes back in her enclosure. She'll sit there on you, and she enjoys a bit of a stroke. Like and then if we put her back, she'll like scratch to come out, and then you get her out. You put her on you. She lies there for a few minutes, and then she'll just run off across the sofa and go back in her own enclosure. Don't you? She decides when she wants to go home. So she's quite intelligent, bless her. But she's a beautiful girl. Yeah.
She doesn't need
very, very, very friendly.
She doesn't need to put weight back on.
Yeah, beardies are epic.
Bearded dragons are awesome little animals. They just need the specific care. And there's so many people who don't know the specific care. Yep. And it's so sad. Like, we used to have 3 other bearded dragons, and all of them had severe MBD. Like, I mean, severe.
Tails missing.
Half tails missing, the works. And we did everything to give them the best life we could after we got them. Like, this one was fully grown when we got her as well. She's had a better life than the other ones ever had.
Like the one woman that said, "Oh, he's really mellow. He's never bitten. He's never gone for
Yeah, because he was under a fish tank, like
with no heating."
She went, yeah, the UVB. Sorry, my mouth is brand new. So we were like, right, okay. We plugged it in when we got home. We were like, this is blue. Why is this like blue? Like not white blue, like blue, like this blue. We were like, what the hell? And we took the light out to have a look, and we were like looking at it, and we were like, hang on, that says what was it? Fish right or something.
Fish right.
Aquaria right or something like that.
And she only had a heat mat. No spotlight for him. No.
Yeah. No hot spot. Heat mat only.
Kicking out like 23, 24.
Yeah,
degrees.
the heat mat was knackered as well.
Hey, well.
That's right, Wolfie. Oh, night, Steve. Yeah.
Unfortunately, stuff like that does happen. Apparently, again, years ago, took on a young beardie. It was young. Wasn't even really grown. Maybe I don't know, year and a half old. If memory serves correctly, that had lost the use of all of its legs due to MBD. So could not use a single limb because the people that rehomed it to them parents were like, they didn't think it was anything of to be sort of concern that it couldn't use any of its legs.
How could they not
and
know?
And they thought that it was totally normal. Oh, hey, Matt.
How long has Matt been here?
I don't know. I think especially I've seen the name pop up. So
yeah. So Matt, what
maybe
you
Matt
about?
needs to sit in the naughty corner as well. And,
only thing is, we didn't know she was a girl because basically, when they got her, they brought her over to me, right?
Yep.
And I was like, I looked and I was like, I don't know, but I think it might be a boy because I could see some little spots. I thought, oh, that's femoral paws. Turned out I was very wrong. It wasn't spots because when I got it back, I was like, I can't see those femoral paws. So I was like, yeah, I don't think they are. And anyway, yeah, we carried on calling her Dobby anyway. So she just the girl Dobby. But a couple of weeks ago, she just literally 2 weeks ago, she just started laying eggs out of nowhere.
I mean,
holy crap, she's laid eggs.
Sometimes things like that isn't even enough evidence for some people. People literally they said, "Oh, my male bearded dragon laid eggs." They went, and then one of them, well, it's not male then, is it? No, it's definitely male. It can't be male if it's laying eggs.
To be fair, though, right?
Tommy, where you going?
I had a snake for 2.5 years that I was guaranteed I knew it was male until it laid eggs.
Yeah, we had it sexed and everything in the pet shop.
Yeah.
And it laid eggs.
Again, at work, had a tortoise come to us that had a sulcata tortoise been advertised as female and sexed by a vet as female. I took one look at him. I didn't even look at it and went, "Are we sure it's female?" Because of the way it was thrashing around in the box. I was sort of like, "Are we sure about this?" Literally next day, got a message from one of my colleagues being like, "Yeah, you're right, Bill. It's definitely male. I can see everything."
Oh my god!
Called up the zoo it came from to be like, "Yeah, that female sulcata you've given us is not female. It's male." Lo enough, they were very apologetic about it, and they came back to collect them. Like, "Oh, I bet even sex and so it was like, they clearly did do a good job, did they?" So I took one look and went, I don't know about this one.
I think my put dogs a new.
Transpired that it was basically the one that was being mated by everything. So that's essentially why them and the vet assumed that it was female, and was like, no, it's just the least dominant male. And as soon as it had been separated from it all, it went, well, hey, I'm the only male in the I'm going to go around and...
Put her on the floor, see what she does. No, put her on the floor, see what she does.
So, But yeah, Beardy's awesome. My parents literally, well, at the Manchester show,
Well,
picked up a arguably what I think is actually slightly better than Beardy's, and that is a Rankin's Dragon.
Ragged Dragons are awesome.
Pretty cool. I think their markings on Rankins are a little bit more pronounced, a little bit nicer. They don't get quite as big normally either.
No.
So, but
Tiny?
Beardy's became the popular one out of the two. I think Beardy's became very, very popular. Sometimes arguably too popular.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, and Rankins sort of didn't seem to become popular, but see a few more again nowadays. Which is nice because Rankins they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think that it's just a case of people like pet shops need to be a little bit more like watchy of what people do and
I don't
make sure the setup's done properly.
I don't think you should be able to go into a pet shop and buy a bloody reticulated python unless you know what you're doing.
Oh, Tiny.
Oh, definitely.
That comes from someone who loves snakes.
Terry slept on his.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I do know shops that have self-banned themselves from selling bearded dragons.
What do you do?
He peed on me.
But they refuse to.
Behind you.
To even stop them or have them or that sort of thing.
No, it isn't.
Hey, Mark.
I was snatching the thing off his belly and he weeds on me. Give it back.
The
He pooped on himself. Hang on. Hey, Mark. Has just stolen Tiny. I'll get him out. Why can you do that?
This sort of is. Actually, I don't know what Jim thinks. His sort of opinions on it as well. Actually, sometimes the starter kits they always see, a lot of shop stock and stuff are made by various manufacturers that are just not really any good for a lot of the animals.
You ever seen one of those before, Phil? Anytime, ever?
What's that?
Well, you should know.
Ever seen what? A Soul Carter?
Yeah. You never see those at work, do you?
Sidon. He's still a bit scaredy because we've had him up in our bedroom, so he hasn't had as much foot traffic past him. But now we've moved him back downstairs. He's in one of the vivs for now, just temporarily, because we're going to put the Christmas tree up, so I won't be able to put him in his table by here. So he's in a 4-foot viv at the minute, which is fine for him because he's not that big. He's not even a foot long. Sorry, he's peed on me and he's still leaking. Right. So he's a good boy. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. How'd you tell again?
Not really well. Looking at the base of the shell.
Ignore the big.
Can I go up a bit? Go up. No, other way.
Oh, other way.
I want to see the tail. That's fairly V-shaped, so that's looking male to me.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So females tend to be more like crescent moon shaped at the bone shell to allow for the egg.
It's very, very, very pointed.
Yeah.
What's she doing to you, Tiny?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to see if you
it's
are
nothing that good potential, as you get older, keep checking there. But I do find myself guys tend to be very male heavy.
Yeah.
Not going to breed.
And the thing is, the males get ginormous.
I think both sexes get pretty big.
The males seem to
I do find the males are far more destructive than females.
Yes.
I've got one female at work, and she'll follow you around. Till there's anything. Every single male so far as I've known is destructive.
Tiny is very destructive.
He likes pissing on people. He loves to piss.
Yeah, he also likes bashing stuff. So if you put something in with him, we've got a tortoise. He just bashes it all round. Where are you going?
That does sound like male behaviour. Yeah, just being the grass still go through.
He's so lovely, though. I think he's I don't know if he's would you say that was pyramiding?
there's some slight pyramiding there, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know whether the UV ran out a while ago. And...
No, that's fine. That's a brand new building. That one.
No, I know the old one. We just put that one in.
I mean, it might rise itself over time. You know.
I don't know. He was quite bumpy when we got him, see? And when we got him, he was, he had like a, I don't know if you can see it still. Out tiny, that was my finger. Yeah, you can still see it. In this scoot here, can you see a line?
Yep.
He had a really bad, like, he was all indented on the one side.
Wait a minute. A lot of it will depend on how he was kept before you got him.
He was tiny when I got him. I was not that big.
But like, you know, what food they gave me, even like within the first, you know, the first 5 years of life are like the most important in tortoises. Like, if it's got one of the first 5 years, the damage is done, kind of thing.
He's nice and hard. Like, there's no softness to his shell at all. Like, I felt some people's that are like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you get some that are such soft shells. You're like, what the hell are you done?
Yeah.
To be fair,
he eats a lot.
I do think he's slightly overfed. I think the kids feed him. I feed him.
Most tortoises are. Most tortoises are.
How do you tell if a tortoise is fat though?
It's difficult. So sometimes unless you're measuring growth rates, as I forget, unless they're like really morbidly, sort of bad, it's sometimes hard to tell. But I think it's the sole carters, they're the fastest growing tortoise as well, so they do grow fairly quickly.
Yeah, fairly quickly.
Sort of wanting to keep them, fairly sort of slow growing.
Yeah, we got him just before COVID.
Oh, no. There you go.
And they also go through a growth spurt, do sole carters.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I think he's going through one now.
You know what?
He's
me and Phil were talking about this when I was saying I put the big massive pile of fresh grass in with the dandelion heads in, and I walked back in and he'd just eaten a lot. They're just gone.
Yeah, we chuck in like a dandelion flower now and again and things like that, and he numbs it all.
Don't you do it.
He's really funny because if we have salad, and we'll sometimes have a bit of salad like on our plates, and we'll chuck him like a tiny bit of the red lettuce because we'll put him out, and he loves it, and it's like a little treat for him. But he eats all the grass we give him. He's got hay. He's got edible bedding, the like proper tortoise hay.
Oh, Phil was telling me there's a really
smells amazing.
Phil was telling me there's a really good like tortoise pellet stuff you can get. I want to try and get it for him.
It's not a pellet.
No. What was it, Phil? You was explaining it. We got.
I've got Jim probably knows what it's actually called, but it's by Arcadia.
Jim just said Arcadia's new food is good. Is that what he's on about?
That'd be the one. That's because there's no. I haven't used it myself or anything, but listening to him and John Courtney Smith talk about it and just looking at it and stuff, and one is Arcadia. They don't do things. They don't tend to do rubbish things.
Yeah.
There's no waste products in it. So that's optimized 52. That's the one. That's because there should be always a minimum of 52 different plant species in it.
Wow.
So,
would that be good for a sulcata then?
Yeah, pretty much.
You can use it for. It's been designed more for your Mediterranean ones, sort of thing, but can be used for other species. Kind of thing, if you've got redbirds, you can mix in Omni Golden with it, sort of thing. And stuff is, and what I like about Arcade, all their diets, they don't sell as complete diets.
Yeah.
They hate that sort of thing, which I'm really on board with, because otherwise people go, oh, we'll just feed this and nothing else. And stuff, but it's all just natural plants that have been, harvested and dried, put into cubes, so you soak it.
That's what we were trying to do with Tiny, is sort of give him so we'll sort of get mostly grass, but then we'll do like during the summer, and then we'll do like a lot of hay, But like not like the meadow hay or the tortoise hay or whatever, like the ones with all the different stuff in it.
Yeah.
But then very, very rarely he'll have something else. Like the one day I gave him I had the strawberry, but I had the strawberry, but there was like the little tiny top bit because I don't eat that. So I was like feeding him the little tiny bit around the edge. That was like ages ago, and he loved it. But it was a little treat for him.
The cucumber.
A bit of cucumber now and again just to clean his mouth off because the water in it, because he gets really like black around his face where he's like munching all the time. The green, like especially when he's having like fresh grass and stuff, it goes all green and then it turns black. So we give him a little bit of cucumber now and again. It cleans his face.
Yeah, I do stuff like that in like during really, really hot days just to get some hydration in. Sometimes some of my sulphurs, both my parents or the ones here, will not drink water. Honestly, sometimes.
Yeah, Tiny does. I've seen him a couple of times.
Drink it at the bath. When I put him in the bath for a soak, he'll drink it. If I put a big, his water bottle in there, I've never seen him use it. Ever.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, sometimes occasionally, but on really, really hot days, it's like, here's some stuff that's just, essentially just water anyway. Or getting something, and also it's actually quite handy for medication.
You can't get out of there because there's rocks not in there.
Oh,
is it the opposite way round? Tiny, turn around your dip.
Just drink it.
Terry
just say that, and you just
he's drinking his water. Literally, Terry just said he doesn't drink out of his water bottle. He just did it.
No, of course. As soon as you say your animal doesn't do something, they'll do it.
Exactly. They love to make a show of me.
Just go, look,
he's got like a really useful storage box in there for him. It's only a low one of the really low ones.
Yep.
And it's got a big flat rock in there, so we can climb onto that and then climb out. But we're trying to find something that will work because obviously it needs to be low so he can get in and out. Because he does like to go in and have a drink and then come back out again, or just walk through it. He likes it.
Yes, so, mine will like do that. I walk through the ponds and stuff.
Yeah.
Occasionally, my female, I have seen her go for a bit of a swim.
Really?
Yep.
Oh wow! I'd love to see that.
So in the outside enclosures, there's some fairly sort of deep ponds. So they were deeper than I wanted them to be. The maintenance made them deeper than I really, really wanted, but kind of works for them. And I've seen our female go even submerge herself completely under the water for a few minutes. I started panicking, and she's like, "Oh no, I'm fine." Oh my god!
Bless her though.
I like our little male leopard tortoise just literally like doggy paddling along the surface of the water and stuff as well, just having a swim and stuff. They sort of will do things like that sometimes. My males, I've never seen any of my male sulphurs I've worked with do anything like that. Or sometimes, just have a walk through shallow water, but that's sort of it. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
And again, rarely, if ever, I'll actually, witness them like myself actually having a drink. Still provide fresh water all the time, and so that's always important. So it's there for them if they do want it. Occasionally they will, but very, very rarely do I actually witness that.
Whoa, did you see the speed of that?
Oh, yeah, he's quick.
Sorry, Terry just moved his hide because he got out of the water and went and got stuck between his hide and his water bowl. So Terry moved the hide to get out of the way, and he just literally went straight across the tank. Should have seen him go. Never seen him move that fast.
Cheers, Jackie. Cheers for joining. Cheers for
bye, Jackie.
in the chat. Much appreciated. So, and does anyone have any perhaps last questions for Leah? Perhaps going until sort of 10:30. That's a sort of a good time. We've had I've had some technical difficulties tonight, which has been a bit annoying on my end.
Yeah. So you just love technology.
It's great when it works. Which is the smallest tortoise readily available in the UK? Well, the smallest tortoise I've seen is the smallest species, which is the Egyptian tortoise, but readily available. they're not all that
it's
readily available. So I would have said for readily available, I would have gone Horsefield, but Jim may. I've
Yeah, it
seen
probably would be
Egyptians
the Horsefield.
available.
I'm trying to think, but like all of them are teeny tiny when you buy them. Like, do you know what I mean? You get them from the shop, they're itsy bitsy, but it's how big they grow. That's the
I've seen Egyptians available, and they are the smallest tortoise. Awesome things as well. Really awesome little tortoises.
yeah.
So, but I wouldn't. I don't think they're readily available in the UK.
Those Indian star tortoises are my favourites. They're so pretty.
Indian stars are cool as well. Again, they're not particularly big.
No.
My mum's got an Indian star.
See, I would definitely say a Horsefield or
actually rehomed because well, again, that was fed completely incorrectly.
what's the other one that I'm thinking of? Horsefield, and what's the other one? Hermans.
Yeah, we got two subspecies of Hermans. One small, one is fairly small, one gets a decent sort of size.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Jim just said it as well.
Oh, Redfoots. I love Redfoots.
The Redfoots are beautiful.
Yeah. Redfoots are great. Yeah,
I like the leopards as well.
I mean, my mum's got, what, 26 tortoises?
Oh, wow.
Is that how many she's got now?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, my God.
I really want to visit your mum's house.
She's got loads. And she's got, she's got Horsefield, and a lot of them are rescued ones, or rehomed, rescued, even seized ones.
Is your mum ever
Russell, do it, get one, but just bear in mind that they do live longer than you.
Got a couple of Horsefields. One was a custom seizure. One was found wandering the streets in Hitchin, I think. So just found wandering the streets.
Has your mum ever got into breed, Phil?
So never done any breeding of tortoises.
Has she ever have they ever accidentally bred and got eggs and or anything like that?
She's had a couple late eggs before, but they were never incubated because didn't really, they were sort of, I think, a big female redfoot did lay eggs, but that was fairly soon after they got it, and don't know the history of it.
Yeah.
So, and they're still in quarantine period, so I was like, I ain't gonna hatch these out just in case.
No.
Yeah, no, you don't know what could be going on there.
Hey, Croco in Indonesia.
Oh, hello.
But yeah, she's got a couple of Horsefields. She's got some Hermans, which all the Hermans are rehomed ones. And the oldest is in its 80s.
Sulcata.
Got a Sulcata, that's a rehomed one.
Oh.
So
is it big or is it a baby one still?
He probably will never get the size he should do.
Oh.
He's nearly about the same sort of age as my big ones at work, but he's about half their size.
Oh.
And that's good. He was dumped at a shop who know about sulcatas, and the manager of the shop basically literally texted me or rang me up, being like, "Phil, we've had this sulcata dumped on us. My lot will kill it," kind of thing, because it's in such bad shape. You're the only person I know of that could potentially deal with a sulcata. Do you want it? Kind of thing, or do your parents want it? Spoke to him, and rang me like, "Yeah, they're willing to build a shed for it. We'll come and get it." I must say, in bad shape. They use them in education, for educational purposes. And stuff of that, he came to us with with MBD, with shell rots, with just everything going on. The shell's, his shell's not in great condition. He'll never be in tip-top condition. Man, it's never going to happen. But he does everything a sulcata should do nowadays, so that's the main thing.
Yeah.
And he lives with it's either 2 or 3 leopard tortoises as well. Stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, they've got hermits there. We've got Mediterranean Spurfides that were rehomed ones.
Oh,
They've got 2 regular Redfoots, 2 cherryhead
night
Redfoots,
gin.
and now a marbled Redfoot that they rehomed.
Wow,
Yeah, Indian Sar that they rehomed.
that's amazing.
Bell's Hinterback tortoises that were custom seizures. They're probably the oldest tortoises. Some of the oldest tortoises they've got because I have no idea how old they are.
Oh wow. I'd love to get a rescue sulcata, like
elongated tortoises, an elongated tortoise.
Oh, they're stunning elongated tortoises.
Yeah.
It's a yellowhead elongated tortoise.
I like the pancake tortoises as well. They're really
So
sweet.
they've got a pair of pancake tortoises.
Oh.
What was it? Marginata tortoise as well.
Oh my god.
So they've got a few.
Yeah, just I'd love to see them. They keep a lot of them together.
No, so all the species are separate.
Wow.
Apart from sulcata and leopard living together and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, no, the otherwise, every species is kept separated to each other. Some hibernate and some species don't and stuff. So the leopards and sulcata have their own shed with run and their own door out into the run.
No, I don't think I have.
Phil did a video at his mum's house of the tortoises.
Oh no, Terry watched it. I didn't. I need to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I'm Phil's #1 fan. Of course I watch.
Terry watches every single video you put out, like as soon as you put it out. Right?
Watch all Phil's videos.
He's
obviously.
terrible for it. Like
then within the,
I don't get a chance.
Yeah, within the tortoise shed is enclosures for some of the other tortoises stuff. But then the Mediterranean Spurfides have their own greenhouse with runs.
Greenhouse.
So then various other enclosures, garden. They're going to be building new ones over the winter.
Oh,
the bird aviaries cut. The last of the birds is now gone, so they've phased out all the birds, just for old age and stuff, and they're not going to do birds anymore. So the bird aviaries coming down and the bird sheds coming down to make room to extend or make better tortoise enclosures.
Awesome.
And stuff.
Do they have a big garden?
Not anymore.
It's a decent sized garden. Well, put it this way. There's 2 20-foot by 10-foot sheds, an 18 by 10-foot shed, a tortoise shed which is like 8 by 6, or whatever, another shed which is like 8 by 6, and then like 2 big greenhouses are like, I don't know, nearly like 10 foot by 6 or whatever each, and then another like 8 by 6 foot greenhouse as well, tortoise runs and stuff, and then there's still garden space as well and patio.
We've got to try and figure out what the hell we're doing when Tiny gets bigger. We have got a room we can use, and then maybe make a grass patch out the front and attach a door, like a cage of some sort, or like wall of some sort that you can't get out and you can get out in the front. But it's going to be a bit of a thing to figure out what we will do.
Whatever you make for him has to be a double concrete block.
Oh, I know.
Because he'll take a single block.
Oh, I know.
You know Phil's mum's got all that in her garden. Right?
Yeah.
That's all Phil's fault. Okay? It's all down to Phil.
Yeah, very much.
He admits it. He doesn't mind.
I really want to visit Mum and Dad's house someday.
Yeah, you have to one day.
You'll have to ask her. I'm sure she'll let you.
I'd love to. I'd love to go down there.
No, next time you're this way or whatever, like before Bedford show or something.
Yeah, I'd love to go visit. I'd love to see all the animals. I'd love them to hear. I'd love to go see them if they do a show down closer this way.
I don't know if they ever do one that sort of way in terms of displays.
Oh, I'd love to see. I have to travel up one.
So I don't
they
know
do
what
that country fair every year, Phil?
They do a few different ones. They do 2-day shows.
Yeah, well, you have to find out when one is. Let us know. And then me and Leah might come up and stay in the hotel and bring the kids. That'd be really cool. They'd love that.
It's mainly They do a few around London area.
Okay.
You know, it's mainly, and then, but most of them are obviously sort of East Anglia area that they do. But yeah, a lot of them, it's they go out and camp out with the animals.
I love
They-
that.
so
I need to
they-
get a generator. That's what we need, a generator.
they used to do that, and then the company they now work with in terms of doing displays, they have their own big generator that they're allowed to hook up onto their electricity, and they keep that big generator going for the whole weekend.
Oh wow, okay.
Which pleased all the other people because we have now electricity all night as well. Because like you only go on like during the day and that's it kind of thing. Until like
They're not
we
that
need
badly priced, actually. Terry, a good generator.
you can get decent generators like not
49 quid.
You can also go and get them now. You can get things you plug them up and charge them, and they're like battery pack cells, and you can use those. They use them in like motorhomes and stuff.
The only problem with like the generators is the noise sometimes.
And the fumes.
But
I'm looking here. There's a portable
you used to
power
do it like that.
52,000 milliamps.
It's not enough.
How much would you need?
You'd have to work out what you needed and what you're running and work.
I have no bloody idea. How many milliamps does a heat mat run?
I need to work it out on a calculator.
What's 7 watts on a heat mat?
I need to work it out on a calculator, but I can do it. You got work tomorrow, Phil?
Yep, back to it tomorrow.
Oh, nice. You open tomorrow or not? No.
The zoo's not, but the calf and the play barn is.
So basically, you're seeing nobody tomorrow then.
Pretty much, apart from colleagues and volunteers.
Yeah.
They've got a solar one here with solar panels. 7,500 milliamp solar generator with solar panel.
That'd be cool.
That could work.
That'd be cool. You'll be the first person. You'll be the first person, Phil. I video call when I get my egg-eating snake.
Nice.
It's all I've heard about for bloody ages. I'm gonna kill Lewis.
How often, Phil? How often do you see captive bred egg-eating snakes?
To be honest, I don't know if I have myself.
Captive bred egg-eating.
To be fair, I'm quite excited. They're really cute. They look so derpy because their eyes are so big. When they're babies, their eyes are humongous compared to their heads.
They're not normally the most handleable of things either. They're quite defensive.
Yeah, it's really friendly. I've lost my Fanta.
Anyway, well, it's now gone 10:30. So I'm going to draw this to a close. But it's been fantastic having you on there.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm sorry I'm boring. And I was busy.
You are not at all. I'm sorry that I was having technical difficulties right at the beginning.
Oh, no, don't worry about that.
You're having sticky
I've had to do this in a bit of a weird way. It's a bit weird because it's on my phone, but it's also on my laptop, so I'm looking at both.
Yeah, if you see me looking up, it's because I'm looking at my TV because it's behind the phone. So I can see the comments on the TV, but I can't see comments on here. So.
Oh yeah. I can see the comments on my phone, but I can't do. There's not much I can do on my phone, but obviously, see them all on the laptop and stuff. Hopefully my laptop sorts itself out, and for some reason it's struggling to get a good connection to the Wi-Fi, but my phone's got full Wi-Fi, so I don't know what's going on there.
So you just It's the
Since
same.
I use my phone for this,
Xbox
it hasn't been too bad on the laptop either. So who knows? Who knows?
The Xbox in the living room has more trouble connecting to the Wi-Fi, which is in the same room, than the one above in my bedroom.
Yeah. It's one of these things. It's a weird one, isn't it? Like sometimes my Wi-Fi connection in my bedroom can be a little bit, hit and miss. Sometimes, I can be halfway down the driveway, in work and get full connection to my Wi-Fi. When I can be further away, I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Michael said, got my calendar laminated. LOL. He said he got February and October laminated.
So how do you wear my mankini in the next one?
You
Did you not get
definitely use
made? Did you not get
You're
made
going to
that
do the
one as
next
well?
one, yeah?
Oh, honestly.
Hello? Are you doing the next one?
What?
Are you doing the next one?
You know I said I will.
Okay, I'm just double checking.
I'm going to wear my mankini.
It'll be for next year.
Yeah, well,
Rather
the
than
year
this year.
after.
It's a bit too late now. I think Ellie's looking at doing a spider one for this year.
Yeah, you kind of need to have it done really to be on sale by the beginning of November, the latest, really.
Yeah,
Probably.
exactly.
Because most of the calendar companies have them done by the summer, ready to get out into the shops, kind of thing.
I think that's probably our plan, is maybe to get some of them done maybe at Bristol.
Yeah.
So what it might be a case of is trying to find a quiet area or something and setting up maybe the tent or something, blanking it out, and then doing a photo shoot in there maybe. I don't know.
I think if you made a calendar this year, if we took them to the shows, people would buy them.
Probably.
All the ladies would buy it just to look at Phil.
I'd buy it to look at Phil.
That's it, have them for especially the later shows and yeah. So.
Did you get the leaf insects to stay still on the calendar?
Hey, maybe by the next calendar, Phil could do it with orange leaf insects.
Maybe.
We'll see.
That could be interesting.
I've got to find eucalyptus from somewhere to put in with mine.
Yeah, I don't know where we're going to get that.
You can buy it in the garden centre.
Yeah, but then you've got to clean it.
I'll just plant one and grow it in the garden.
Does it grow in the garden well? I've not tried to grow eucalyptus.
Yeah. And quickly.
Smells nice as well, doesn't it, eucalyptus?
Oh, yeah, when you crush it, yeah.
I'll buy one and plant it in the garden.
Okay, we're going to have a eucalyptus tree. Yay! More plants for me to look after.
Yep.
Right, everybody.
Okay, everyone.
I'll go to bed.
Good night. So, yeah, good night, everyone. Cheers for joining.
Night, everyone.
We'll see you again soon.
That's such an awkward way.